How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys, to another wonderful, beautiful live stream. How you boys are all doing today? Welcome back to another wonderful, beautiful 5v5 1v1 duels today. Boys, how are all of you doing today? Hope everybody's having a wonderful evening, because we're gonna have some 5v5 1v1s. How you boys all doing? Welcome. Yo, Chicago, Felipe. We got Jack, Jumper, IUG, Salaban, Wortherus, DWI, Andreas, Kren, the Beautiful. Hi, I'm Wortherus, and how you all doing? Welcome back. We got ourselves some NA duels up and running. I don't know if we got some groups rolling right now, but if you guys got a group available looking for people on the live servers over on the NA today. Today is Saturday, so today is NA for anybody wondering when EU is, because I get this question all the time. I answer this question a lot, but I know that's kind of my job, is just to answer that question. It's a question that gets repeated, and it used to drive me nuts. Nowadays, it's kind of like more or less normal, but it sounds awful to say it like that, but no, it's just, part of the job. Somebody pops in, they're not really sure, they might be new. We will always welcome everybody new, but they just might not know. But over time, it just let me think like, man, I swear to God, I answered that question like 6 minutes ago, and it's just deja vu feeling, but you get used to it. We got ourselves NA duels for Saturday. Friday is the EU day, so if you guys are wondering when the EU day is, it is Friday with the boys, but Saturdays, I want to give NA a chance, man. We might, if for some reason we don't have enough people on NA. We've had days where we just kind of let EU play. We hop back over on EU. If you can scrape some boys together, let them have some fun so we can actually get some duels. But I do try to give NA teams a chance, an opportunity, because even though there might not be like 5 different groups like there is with the EU, even if we could just get 2, I want to give them all a chance. So just give them a shot, see how tonight goes, have some fun, because tomorrow is my day off. So I'm just gonna be chilling, dude. I'm just gonna get work done and chilling. Also hoping that we get some kind of hoping we get a dagger for the box this season, dude. I'm not even gonna get into the Tuesday just yet. We haven't even went over the hump. Let's just wait until then. Also, Halloween coming up soon. Maybe I should do something for Halloween, like a special event. I don't really know what I would do for Halloween stuff. For NA 5v5 Rage, okay, what's up, Christ? How you doing, man? What's up? We got a good, my guy. TMK, how you doing, my man? Have a great one, my man. Yo, thank you so much for popping in, dude. Appreciate you. Alrighty, NA. Now that I got my stuff set up, sorry, I was taking the out for you guys' sweet time setting up some stuff in the background, so no worries. Let's actually hop on NA. See who we have for the 5v5 1v1 duels. Am I seeing my boy Dan Smoke dueling into Runes of Lordron, dude? Is that what we're seeing? Oh my goodness, my mans. My goodness, I haven't seen Dan in quite a while. If anybody remember Dan Smoke from back in like the Legion days, back in like maybe some of Wrath-ish days? Was it Wrath or was it Legion that Dan got his like 2400? I don't remember. But that guy was a big pumper feral. But then again, feral, right? A lot of people are like, you know what? It's a feral. It's basically literally cheating for playing a feral. Hi, what's up, Stargate? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Christ. Well, I know Christ will be able to get some duels up and running. I know this is a duel stream, but I got both rings from TOP and Necrotic Quake in a day. Both are good to 226. Huge survival play. Yo, that's a big amount of haste, my guy. Yo, Felipe, that's awesome, my dude. Awesome to hear that, my man. Congratulations, dude. You got your best of slots. If only you can get him a 252 item level and with a socket. But at that point, that's just way, that's not even, that's little, that's tiny. Just having that ring, even with a socket, that's huge by itself. I'm good, chilling. Hell yeah, my guy. Hope you are having a good one. Boys, if you got a group over for NA, let me know if you're opening up. Just let me know even if you have one available, so I can let the boys in the chat know who's looking Alliance and or Horde. So if you guys have a group, just let me know what we got working with so far. It's a wet dream, dude. That's huge. Yeah, I like when you're trying to work on like some of your end game gear, that's the exciting part, man. You know what I mean? When you're trying to get some of your end game pieces, that's super exciting for me. When you're finally building up towards that repertoire, towards that end game content stuff, that is really, really enjoyable for me. So I'm a big fan, dude. I get you on that. I wonder if my rogue has bisque, because I'm pretty sure I'm already bisqued out. I would be surprised if I wasn't. I have a ring from Sylvanas, which is a massive amount of crit Versa. Then there is the legendary that I'm running, which I wish I made crafted out in like crit Versa or crit haste, because that's a lot better as a crit Versa, crit haste. But of course we could just recraft it if we really needed to, but I don't want to do it. I don't want to have to do it. I think I'm actually maxed out on my crit. I guess I could just get a little bit more haste in my stats. Is that Warthros Warrior right there? Warcry. Never mind. I thought it was Warthros for some reason, dude. What server am I on? What is this? Azure Mist? Azure Mist? Why is this character on an Azure Mist server? I don't know how that happened. Maybe it's from last time we queued some duels. I was able to run some 5v5 so beat some people up and not get ganked. Hey, my god, there it is, dude. There it is. You just gotta start somewhere, am I right? Just gotta start somewhere, my guy. You know what I mean? Alrighty, boys. Whisper me real quickly if y'all got a group up and coming. We got a Night King with an Alliance group, 3 out of 5. If you guys want to join the man, the myth, the legend himself over on the Alliance. Yes, Alliance actually gets the PvP over on the NA. Go to player versus player pre-made group, custom PvP, find a group top number 5, enter, and looks like we have a second one with Mikey Wow and Diary putting a group together. So we have a group on the Horde looking for 3 more, 2 more over on the Alliance with Night King. Again, if you guys want to find the groups, player versus player, custom PvP, find the group top number 5 in the search, and the group should be called something like 5V5 1V1 DUELS DAL, but as long as you tap number 5 and hit search, you should be able to find it pretty easily. Or the word duel, or the word duel, or the word DU. Just tap in 2 letters, DU. Maybe that'll be enough, potentially. Get them stuff restored in an A. Get them my stuff sorted on an A, but going all the stories, doing all the stories that get us killing me, all the One Covenant stuff. Yeah, I really wish they could find a way to like, hey, this is my EU account, this is my NA account. If your EU account did one thing, NA account should also get those benefits, but they are treated as separate accounts, like basically you're a stranger. I think if you connect them, those accounts, maybe you could bypass it. What's up, gaming? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. Ready to see the duels? Let's get it, boys. Let's do it, dude. We just need 2 groups of 5 people, and we are good to go with Mikey. Wow, looking for some Horde, you boys. If you guys want to find them, he got a group up over on the Horde side. We got ourselves an NA Alliance with Night King. Just 2 more dudes is all they need. Get your friends, get your guildies that are interested in competing in the 5v5 The more fellers blood we get in these duels, the better, honestly. If you guys know somebody that never joins duels, hop in with them. Chicago. Is Chicago the same group as Night King, or is that 2 separate alliance groups? Because you guys probably merge it and would have a 5-man group right there. Or maybe it's a good thing to separate them for 2 groups. Maybe get 2 5-man alliance groups or something. Hi, I'm back from playing New World. What's up, my guy? I want to get back into WoW. Don't know what to play as my retirement. Any advice? As my retirement, any advice? What to play in WoW as a character? So you're looking at what, a character that's easy to pick up, or you're looking at something long-term to learn? Some of the strongest classes for PvE and PvP, I think, would be worth investing into: Monk, Rogue, Druid, Mage, Warrior. And I feel like I'm missing one. Chat, is there one more I'm missing that you would recommend? Those would be the 5 that I would recommend. If you look at something that's good right now, but also something that's good investment long term. Because I doubt Warriors are going to be bad anytime soon. Hunter. There's never a bad spec for Hunters. I think you'll always enjoy them if you try to get back to the game. Monk is a good choice. Warlocks aren't bad. It's just they're not really like top tier. I mean, I think Demonology do pretty well in single target, and Affliction can do good in AoE, but Warlocks, like I've had some guildies recently swapping off of Warlocks, or even planning on swapping off of Warlocks as like a changing their main kind of deal. Like they're keeping them geared on the side, but they're looking at like a different character to play altogether. So if my guildies that are cutting edge raiders are looking at a different character to play, then I think that just signals that Warlock might not be a bad class, but in terms of like being a meta class, it has potential of dropping off. When it's players swapping to a class, that's a whole nother story. When it's swapping off of a class, Paladins are not bad either. Yes, one of the specs of Paladin will always be good, but sometimes you're pigeonholed into just tanking or just healing, or I guess it's almost never red unless you PvP in particular. But Paladin is a good class too. I'm just looking at classes that were trending upwards. You know what I mean? But hey, chat, more you guys are more welcome to recommend Priest. I actually love me some Priest. Personally, love me some Shadow. Very, very busy in playstyle, and it's a lot to discover. But once you get good at it, like it's a very rewarding class in my opinion. And I'm far from good. I'm just like picking up on a couple of things that are pretty decent here and there. Holy Priest are decent as a healer. Disc Priest, very, very strong when it comes to competitive side of things. Very, very powerful. Yeah, Priest is a pretty good class too, actually. I just won't say they're as amazing as Warriors right now as a class, but yeah, Priests are really good too. Death Knight's a little iffy. Yeah, Death Knights are... They start a really, really strong start at the very beginning of the expansion, and they're still not a bad class, but they're also not considered like super amazing. Like Frost DK, I don't really hear a lot of good stuff about Frost. Like they're sometimes good during Breath, or maybe as Unholy during with the army, but outside of that, you know, they're not like mages that you hear good about all the time. Druids that are just doing some crazy eventier things, you know, rogues that are just survival gods and like PvP overlords, you know, stuff like that. But they're not bad. Maybe going that 1v1 if NA groups are forming. We can get that 1v1s going. Yo, versus Atho? Is Atho around? We could maybe start with a 1v1 while NA groups are forming. I'm not against it whatsoever. If Atho is up for it, of course. If Atho's around and if he's down, hey, what's up, Atho? I see you in chat now. Yeah, I'm actually not against it. While we were setting up for Alliance and Horde to queue up as groups, and it looks like we actually have what looks like 2 groups on Alliance, or maybe 3. We still got a Horde group with Mikey, WoW, and Dire Raven. If you boys know anybody, have them join in. Well, 5v1s. Night King got 3 out of 5. Chicago got 4 out of 5, unless they're together as part of the same group, which is possible. We need 3 more people for a Horde, just 3 more over on the Horde side, boys, and we're good to go for some 5v5 1v1 goodness. But yeah, if Atho's down, if you guys want to pair her up with a +1, just so we can have that quick 1v1 of a Destro. Chicago with a 5 out of 5. Chicago, are you and Night King are a different group? Because Chicago got a full 5-man squad of Alliance. If only Mikey, WoW, and Toxic had Alliance also, we probably could join Night King. We'd have some Alliance 5v1. Huh. That's actually interesting. Yo, Night King and Chicago, are you guys same group or different group? Because if you guys are different, then that's interesting. We'll have Alliance. Actually, we've had a couple times on NA where we had Alliance versus Alliance fighting each other. How did Chicago get a group like this? Some 105? Different. Yo, 2 different groups. Let's go, boys. Yo, NA Alliance, dude. What the hell? Oh my goodness. Let's go, boys. Dude, maybe on Alliance, NA is the place to play right now. Chicago's like secret magic. I think Chicago is just a friends list of dudes that are like, yo, you guys want to pop in? You guys want to just show off on stream? Get a 1v5 video of you? Put it in your resume when you apply for a job after school? Yeah, it's like, so what qualifications do you have? Well, you see, I played a druid in a 1v5 down tournament trying my duels, so I know what I'm talking about. Chicago's robbing him? Maybe, dude. Maybe. For all we know. Hey, get 4 people in, you know what I mean? I'm fine with that. Alright, so we do need 2 groups of 5. We still have Mikey trying to put it together. If you guys want to find them, they will be in player versus player, custom group, find a group, and they'll be custom PvP war mode on. I don't know if they really need war mode on or not. Does it make it harder to find the group actually? Hope not, but Sippy got himself a group 5-5 over on the Horde if you guys are joining in. Chicago with a 5 out of 5. Night King just needs 2 more in Alliance. We're good to go. Chicago probably plays multiple accounts 1v5. I mean, that would kind of work as long as these accounts are like, you know, not AFK. Technically, that would work, but I highly doubt. I kind of doubt it. But Chicago is a whole nother caliber of a player. Triples group still out of 5. A minute though. Let's go, boys. We just need 2 more for Team Night King, 3 more for Mikey, and we're good to go. While we do wait, Atho, yo, if Atho's around, we could get the 1v1 while we're still waiting for Night King. We'll still have NA duels, right? We could just get a quick 1v1 because DC wanted to see a 1v1 versus Kreiser and Atho. And if those boys are down for it, we could. And name one of those characters. Let's go play 5 different accounts and name one of those characters. C Mark. Easy, dude. Wait, Chillpill's playing tonight? Hell yeah, dude. Chillpill's been grinding that gear, man. Chillpill's been grinding loot, dude, for quite a while. He was just trying to get some gear on his character for quite a bit of time. You know what I mean? Soru, Thok El Sanguinario. What is this team name? We got, what is it name? Soru and Thok El Sanguinario. Joke by the way, LMAO. I know, I feel you. Dead Legends Return, dude. It's actually so fun watching classes that are not considered super amazing for PvP. Like Frost DK. Not a lot of survivability, but just watching them just like take the wins and just create win opportunities over and over and over. It's just so good, man. I have the wrong T-buff. I'm missing 3% extra versa. Does that T-buff even work in PvP, or am I wrong about that one, Atha? Does that thing work? Because if that works in PvP, that's pretty massive. I mean, 3%, that's 1.5% less damage taken and 2% damage done. But I heard it doesn't work in PvP, which would kind of suck. I know, I guess in my mind, it would make sense if it did work. But also, I could see one of those things like no fun allowed type of deal. 4 out of 5 with Night King, boys. Let's go, Mikey. Mikey still needs 3 more for Team Horde. But Night King just needs 1 more alliance, boy. If you guys know somebody, you guys know a friend, somebody on alliance that wants to participate PvP, somebody that's a big pumper that wants to go in and show off, maybe some fresh new blood. Because we just hit 1 and we're good to go, dude. I mean, method talent, so it should work. That's worth testing, I think, Atha. I think it's definitely worth testing. Mikey, working on it. Let's go, Mikey. We'll give you plenty of time, my guy. We'll give you plenty of time, dude. Mikey just needs 3 more, and we're good to go, boys. Mikey just won. As soon as we get our 2 5-man squads, we're queuing. Thinking about this, how each champion in Discord each represents a god of their class, teamwork, the mage god. True. We have a couple of champs in the Discord that are like more than one class, but a lot of them are like champions of different classes. Ori, the druid boomy god, Katrikan, Karagar, but those 2 are warriors. I guess that's the one we have a lot of. Prox, you got Blazer on the Pally, the warrior. Psych as I think a Psycho on his enhanced, which enhanced with Print as a warlock. Kreiser, I guess those are 2 warlocks right there. Chill Pills, only 1 Frost DK, Mage, Seabark, 5 with Night King. Yo, we got 2 groups in alliance, boys. Yo, we got a group. We got a group, boys. Night King and Chicago. Let's go, dude. Cracker the warrior god, dude. Cracker's so fun to watch. I feel like there's been too many games where Cracker would be like, yo, I got a 5-man team, and then Cracker just either goes in and just, there's been, like, Cracker definitely has had some big blaster 1v5 absolute domination running kids over. But there've been quite a lot of, in the last few weeks, of just a Cracker going in, really bad matchup. It doesn't really live that long, because it's like a feral druid that knows exactly how Cracker is going to play, and then just shuts him down. Or Cracker goes last, and then he's got nobody to hit. Or sometimes Cracker doesn't even get a chance to play because he got some big pumpers in his group. At that point, I feel like you should tell his groups, yo, boys, let me go first. I want to stretch out a little, you know what I mean? Pause, wanted to swap characters? Yeah, we can wait. We can give it a second. Yeah, we'll wait a second. Night King, Chill Pills, we'll wait a second. Let Chicago swap out a dude. What? Did you just swap out and they still get the queue? Hopefully they still get the queue. Hopefully they still get the queue. Otherwise, that's only 3 on team 2. 4? We got queue, boys. We got the queue, boys. Let's go, dude. I like it. I like it. Let's get that duels mix in here, dude. The duels playlist. Hell yeah, boys. Is this the song we're gonna start with? You know what? I kind of want to start with a new song or with a different song. Is this the one? Is this a good one? Let's start with this one. That's a good one to start with. Switch. It's a boardroom warrior, but I can't be bothered rerolling on my own. Azoth, my guy, I think it might be worth rerolling. Take it slow, take it easy, but honestly, play a class that you enjoy. Try like a weird, like cheesy or like off-meta thing. That seems to make me enjoy the game a lot more. Honestly, we got ourselves team 1 together with Chill Pills. Going back to the original DK set. Destructus gonna be first up. Warthor is on the Demon Hunter. Okay, imprison quickly on to see what guys is playing out there. Arcane. No triple shield legendary. Trinkets out is gonna land that interrupt as the I-beam comes out. Destructus is gonna go for a shot him up. Seamark knows exactly where he's at. Oh, I just noticed Destructus actually reversed the mirror onto Seamark, who actually silenced himself somehow. I don't even understand how he silenced him. That's so weird. Our Canister Destructive Strike inside of it is going to try to see if he can avoid the massive orb. Going to be big blaster. Oh my god. Honestly, I don't even know what happened. As Seavark took Wartherus on his Demon Hunter down in just such a quick succession. All I saw is just purple fireworks firing off. Seavark, what did you do to that boy? I actually want to know. Quick shadow meld, as it's going to be a blind onto Seavark with Chipos trying to go for a big grippy hand stun onto Seavark. Ice block might be necessary here as Seavark is dropping down. Silence. Ice block is up. Oh my goodness. And Chipos just rocking this mage down to his core. Channeling Fleshcraft right in front of him, waiting for the ice block to thaw out. I didn't even realize you could ice block his silence, because that was a full Death Knight silence that he ice blocked. Trying to go for maybe a bit of that, what looks like Touch of the Magic. Maybe that's part of Seavark's burst. I just trying to just door shot us away from the DK, just trying to avoid him as best possible. Chain of Ice slowing down the mage quite a bit. Chillpills looking maybe to land an interrupt. If he gets a crucial interrupt from Seavark, it could be massive mirrors the torment. Output Chillpills. He's gonna take a little bit of damage from it. He got Spell Warden to keep him afloat. That's also gonna be alter time for Seavark. Got himself the big Touch of the Magi. Trying to maybe make some damage happen versus Chillpills. Trying not to get interrupted on Frost. That's actually quite a bit of damage to Chillpills. Touch of the Magi slamming down, but Chill's got that Death Strike ready to go. All that runic power building up from those obliterates, saving it until the final moment. AMS, as the polymer comes out, gonna be the Remorseless Winter. Rocking Seavark down after that blind, gonna be easy stun. Big blitz, chopping him up. I don't think there's much you could do, as that is a full pillar available for Chillpills. Seavark, however, should be noted, was playing not a triple shield legendary. He could honestly just play the game where he just goes for the tankiest mage build possible, but this man's trying to give us a bit of a show, a bit of a performance, trying to show us a bit of that damage, and damage he definitely showed. I want to see more of it. I feel like in a different matchup that stuff would work a lot better. Gonna be a Convoke out of Kitty, but Chillpills has the interrupt ready to go. Wall up for Kitty right now, as Chillpills is just getting those obliterate procs. He's not even rolling with a full Pillar of Frost. Honestly, a Pillar of Autumn. Drop it in. Let's play triple shield, by the way. Died through, lol. Tried a new build. Wait, we weren't trying to play triple shield? Wait, what? Wait a second. You weren't playing? Oh, because all I saw is the Arcane shield on you. Wait. Was it triple shield? Hold on. Did I just miss it out completely? See if I can tell me in chat right now that it was triple shield. I'm gonna need to go back. Maybe I was wrong. Stunner to Kitty. He's in bear form. Gonna be the friends of region. And Chillpills got the big slapper hand. The silence on the Kitty. Does he have any heals? Double grip available. Oh my goodness. Big old flashcraft is well earned by the DK. Are they going for that much damage? I'm in. Got himself PI. Full Void Eruption. Stunner Chillpills. Looking to land those horror bolts. Looks like none of those bolts are gonna connect. There's a bit of RNG. How do those bolts function? Gonna be a Mind Games with a Void Torrent around the corner. Chillpills dropping down anti-magic zones so he can live. It's gonna end up healing the Flesh Fiend for a moment there. Oh, not a Flesh Fiend, but a Shadow Fiend. I'm in still with the PI. Gonna be going for a bit of a greater fade. Chillpills sitting on that AMS in case he needs a fear. Does he have Lichborn to break out of it? Looks like he doesn't really need to. The dots are proccing that Spell Warden bubble, which is giving him quite a lot of survivability against the mage damage. He was just insta-breaking it? No way, dude. Yo, if Chillpills is insta-breaking triple shield Lego, imagine what's it going to be like when 915. Imagine what's that going to be like in 915 when the nerf in it. Stun by Remorseless Winter, gonna be the disperse out of the Shadow Priest as he sees Chillpills commit a Pillar of Frost, Pillar of Storm. Honestly, just a Pillar of Nuke. Let's be honest here, big damn. Amin tried to hang out by the edge. Gonna be a silence of the Chillpills. Can he go for a heal? He actually... Oh, Chillpills does not sit silence long at all, but silence does not allow Chillpills to get an interrupt. Gonna be the silence, but Chillpills right now. Amin has nothing else. Only great fade. But with the silence, he can't even fade out of it. Oh my goodness. The casters for Chillpills, as well as against the Feral Druid, were not the most difficult. Unlike it is usually for DKs. Casters usually can cut him out for ages. But our Retribution Paladin Netpal are gonna be up next. But Chillpills has got a lot of defenses going back. Did he just try to get a blind onto the Paladin? Oh, AMS on that Hodge actually avoided that stun completely. Netpal is not gonna be able to commit damage by the looks of it. It's gonna build up, and that's gonna be a Seraphim with wings and everything, but the Chain of Ice slowed him down. Hand of Freedom is what he needs, but Chillpills has the answer. As long as there's no freedom, There's going to be the chain. Quick interrupt rebuke for that flesh cap. Chill Pills is not going to have a shield for long at all. That is still full damage out of the Paladin. Stun and a bubble forced out for the Paladin. As the Paladin tried to turn the damage on to Chill Pills. Gonna be actually Lichborn that gets stunned by Wake of Ashes. Chill Pills had to trinket out of it because when you pop Lichborn, you become an undead. Wake of Ashes is going to stun undeads for a whole 5 seconds. It is a free hammer of justice. And Chill Pills had to get an answer for it. Drop it down to AMZ. That's going to be the pet around. So he has the pet to sacrifice if he ever needs health. Netpal with his Shield of Vengeance is going to do some backsplash damage to Chill Pills, but having a pet nearby is going to help soak and split some of the damage, and the pet is there just for the sacrifice of it all, just to give whatever is left of remnants of its soul to the Death Knight himself. Netpal landing a hammer just on Chill Pills, playing it very, very defensively, going for a couple of flashlights. Trying to ready his spear potentially for Big Seraphim go. He could. I don't know what kind of build he's running. Is he full Final Verdict and everything? Like Final Wreck? It looks like Chill Pills is getting some damage through Nepal. Gonna be a blind into that Remorseless Winter Stun. Nepali has a trinket for it. Probably should answer it as soon as he can. Mining trinket right now. Does he not have a trinket? He might have human racial out of the first trinket, which is why he couldn't use his right then and there, even if it was off cooldown. And Chicago is the last one left. Playing out the Dark right now. What happened to your Draenei? Chill Pills just gripping you in, getting a free heal off you. And that's going to be a Ghost was up. As Chicago generally has had a very favorable gameplay versus Chill Pills. It is a Frost DK with the limited survivability. But so far the DK has been able to survive quite a bit. We're not super high into dampening, which is what allowing the DK get a couple of those good death strikes. Lichborn self-heals. But now the dampening is going to really roll in. And Chicago, I feel like he definitely has advantage in the healing. Playing out the Darker and Racial though. And Darker and Dwarf, I think that Racial is actually going to be pretty massive for damage. Plus also being able to remove some of those diseases, dots, whatever it may be, bleeds off yourself is pretty massive. Silence onto Chicago, able to remove it with a Dark Iron Racial so he can get that interrupt versus Chill Pills, hitting him with a Ventir, full chain harvest. So Chicago is really turning up the heat, not playing that Necrolord, going for a more aggressive build of Enhancement Shaman. They can just do a ton of damage. Chill Pills trying to get the bigger blitz in. That's going to be the grippy hand. Full cooldowns are up. Chicago pre-walling this as early as possible before the damage really ramps up. The Chill Pills is might have to pop a defensive here as well. Stun is going to keep the grip going. That's going to be a trinket out of that CC. Sun onto Chicago is going to use the normal trinket for it. Chill Pills with that AMS. But it's kind of limited in terms of survivability. At this point, Chicago so far has just been able to tank all this burst. And Chicago's going just fine. Plenty of Maelstrom, plenty of mana, plenty of health. Drop it down. Was that Elemental Blast and Chill Pills too? What kind of build is he running then? I guess he's not a Doomwinds build, is he? Yeah, there's no way Chicago is a Doomwinds build. Chill Pills. Under quite a bit of pressure. Does have IBF as well as Death Pact, as well as a... what is it? Antimatic Zone available. Blind on Chill on Chicago as Chill is just walking away, letting Cell just chill there for a second. Maybe getting a Chain of Ice in Chicago. That Ellie blaster into the back though. That's just super unfortunate. Got himself a switcher. Chicago knows they're gonna get stunned. This is where Chill Pills is gonna get some damage in. Chicago in Ghost Wolf. Is that gonna be enough? However, silence on Chicago. Wait, does he take him out right there? Oh my goodness! The clean, flawless victory by the Frost Death Knight Overlord. Oh my goodness. Full magic team equals a playground for Death Knights. That's true. Hey, Spell Warden is pretty strong. That is true. But this man's lived it all to the very bitter end. The bitter chill of Frost. Let's get another one here, boys, yeah? Definitely not a playground for Demon Hunter. Yo, Worthless, you just had yourself a matchup versus Seaver who just went for some big one-shot. I've never seen that burst before, you know what I mean? Atha, Group 5 got 5 Ventil Reds ready to pump an A Kappa. Yo, I would have loved to see that. Yo, Nike Chicago, let me know when you guys are ready. Hopefully you guys get to keep majority of the same team because I want to give the boys a chance to play. Everybody in you guys' groups, I want them all to get a chance to play. Fresh, dude, this is so good. I like it. That's awesome. T-Vark, I'm actually not going to pop it on chat. Yeah, I want to see what this looks like. I'm not going to pop it out. Let it be an element of surprise. I really want to see it. Boys, I'm literally giving T-Vark an opportunity of element surprise, not letting anybody know what he is running. You guys are going to have to figure it out yourselves. Night King in Chicago's ready? Awesome, awesome. Let's get another one in here. The DK is awesome, dude. What's up, Danny? Yo, Chill Pills is a madman, honestly. What's up, Strom GG? How you doing? I love the emote you're using, dude. Hell yeah, dude. The people clap. Look at that. Look how good that emote looks. Boys, look at it. It's a little gif. People clap. It is so good. Talk about a wholesome little meme. Talk about a wholesome little meme. You know what I mean? It's so good. The new Batman trailer dropped. The movie looks epic. Mr. Fox, yo, can you post that in Discord, Mr. Fox, so I can peep it later? Because I know I'm gonna forget. Because me and Craig can maybe peep it. Is it good? Is it any good? I'm actually, it's been so long since I've been to a movie, dude. I would actually go see the Batman movie whenever that's out. I actually would go if it's any good. It's been so long since I've actually been out to a movie with some friends, with some boys, anything like that. You know what I mean? Is it like the one near Pharaoh? Well, there was a Pharaoh, but I think he was, yeah, not a Necrolord. That's true. Necrolord is just, I cannot wait for the Fleshcraft slight nerf in 915. It looks amazing. Yo, if you could link it, that'd be great. What's up, Tags? How you doing, my guy? You got the birthday? Phil's birthday? Is it your birthday? Don't tell me, dude. Don't make me feel bad. Don't make me feel bad. I would have wished you a bad birthday if I knew. Twitch. Oh, Destructor's gonna be first up for Seawork yet again. Poly out of the Arcane Mages is going for Rune of Power. Touch of the Magi. Let's see this burst. This is going to be a pretty some cheesy stuff that Seawork said earlier. Trinket out of Destructus. Big Arcane Missiles. Destructus taking lots of damage. Oh my goodness. He's actually just at low health. Going for that Kyrian burst. He's going to be able to split those souls out of Seawork. That is quite a lot of healing for the Demon Hunter. Not a Covenant we see often, but a Covenant that can do like 30k damage. I'm literally seeing him in his BGs. Post links on the, or actually even arenas, in fact, of him going for that Kyrian burst, which is a minute. Not a common Covenant, but hey, that Sipic Cup, probably going to be helpful with that Leech. That extra souls, pretty helpful with that Leech. Going to be the mount up for the Demon Hunter as he's chasing after the Mage. And see if we're trying to see if he can land a Poly. Good blinker on the corner. Touch of the Magi is up. I really want to see this Touch of the Magi burst he's got going on. Like, what is this damage? Knock up onto Destructus. Going to be a Trinket for Seawork. Trying to go for as much damage into Destructus ASAP. And that's quite a bit of damage on top of it. Touch of the Magi. Destructus is kind of low on health. Blur's the only thing that's keeping him alive. Trying to use whatever mobility he can just to catch up to the Mage. As the Mage keeps barraging him from a distance. Super slow down. Destructus is going to have to go for some kind of a self-heal at some point or another. Looks like you're actually going to back up out of the completely. See if we're chasing him out with missiles. Man, that kite is massive. That kiting spree is just massive. Definitely a tough matchup. I don't want Warthros to keep up with a Demon Hunter just yet. That's definitely a really tough matchup to play with. iFox swinging around the corner. I love that staff, by the way. That Cataclysm staff. Quick Poly, and that's going to be touching the Magi up. Looks like the pet is actually going to help him out. Looks like Seawork actually is avoiding attacking the Hunter, just attacking the pet instead with a touch of the Magi. Just going to blast through the pet completely. Hopefully iFox has a heal for the pet. He just keeps blasting that thing. That pet is down for the count. iFox is going to have to summon a new one. Got himself a quick Kama. Going to be the Arcane Orb. Doesn't hit him. I'm surprised it doesn't hit him. We just Arcane Explosions nearby. Oh no. Oh no. He does go for an Invis, trying to go for Arcane Missiles versus the pet. Seawork is just focused on taking out the pet versus the Hunter. He knows who's actually going to be the biggest threat, and that is the pet. Chimeric Poison onto Seawork. Quick silence into a damage reduction afterwards. Seawork is still going to land a Poly onto the Hunter. Trinkets just to make sure he can actually get some damage in. Got Seawork sit below. Could be an Ice Buck right here. The Mage does go for a block. Is going to be able to get some health recovery while inside of that Ice Cube. Breaking out of it really early. Got himself the triple shield rolling up, and looks like he wants to get really aggressive. With iFox continuing to use missiles at the pet. Is that full burst? More burst into the pet. Just absolutely obliterated with all that firework display. Absolutely crazy. If you can somehow deny iFox from re-getting a new pet, he'll be golden, because iFox is kind of just out naked and alone. Freezing Trap is down, trying to get some damage and kill shots to Seawork, but he doesn't really care for his own health. He just wants to make sure that he's not letting iFox get any kind of pet. He got himself triple shield Lego. iFox cannot get himself any kind of pet support at all. Quick polymorph onto iFox. Is this where Seawork tries to go for some damage? Trying to make it happen. Going to be a knockup onto iFox for a second. I don't know if the touch of the Magic connected. He needs to get back next to the Hunter right now. Dora Shadows on top of it is going to disorient him. Hit some of the slow. iFox needs to find a way to just drop a Freezing Trap on the Seawork. Has a Trinket if he wants to. Is going to Trinket and in place. He's literally denying him. Oh, actually almost got that camo. Oh, blinking in with an explosion. Seawork naked, not a lot of health available. He's gonna get himself a shield. Needs to do as much damage as he can versus iFox to really get that firework display rolling, that purple magic trolling. And that's gonna be Turtle Shell. Try to go for a heal, but looks like he got denied with that heal. I don't even know. Maybe it was like a missile left over. Quick feign death. Does he have a camo? Does have exil? Still no pet. Quick kill shot onto C-Mark. Able to get some damage into the mage. Oh, it's gonna be the knockback orb just to keep him in combat with barrages. He's literally denied at the pet. It is the weirdest way for a mage to win, but he's literally trying to win the game how he's supposed to. If the hunter gets the pet, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be difficult. Got an ult time. Big kill shots out of iFox either way. Oh, he's got his dots and grenades, but I think C-Mark is gonna end up taking him out. C-Mark literally had to play it so aggressively. And we got Venethal up next. A Demon Hunter versus C-Mark. Trying to see if he can charge in. Got a little bit of mobility. Big Haunt. I don't know if the Haunt goes on cooldown. Does it? I don't think it goes on cooldown unless it actually goes off. Metamorphosis as he's just trying to close the gap. Actually, even unable to get himself a full meta. It's going to go for the Hunt round. But a Nova. Oh my god, C-Mark so far. He just avoiding that Hunt completely. Oh my god. Venethal is, I think he was in Shadowlands for a moment. It is going to be a blur for him. If he can catch up to C-Mark, he might still be able to get some damage in. C-Mark caught up on all that health. My goodness. Gonna be that quick slow from the barrages. The Hunt coming through, tackling him down, trying to go for even more damage after. C-Mark soaked all that Hunt into that shield. There's a damage over time component afterwards. But that's going to be the opportunity for C-Mark to get some burst. He got himself that ultra time. Looks like cancel ultra time. Full Arcana Sphere with burst is up. Venethal could be in a really bad spot. He's going to be full in prison. Venethal is still in trouble. The Darkness not helping him out that much. C-Mark can still get a lot of damage in. Darkness only chance to help him out, but looks like he's just not getting lucky and actually just got barraged down with missiles. Oh my god, what is this burst? Oh my goodness. With a big rip for Chill Pills, he's gonna have to find a way to shut down C-Mark with an AMS to protect him. Playing out that Unholy, so Chill Pills is swapping gear. He got himself that big 1v5 so Frost. What just happened? What actually just happened? Huh? I don't understand. What happened? What did he hit him with? I don't understand. Oh my god. I don't understand. Chat, can someone explain that man just went pop? Oh my goodness. I don't even realize, I don't understand what exactly did it to. Was it the Apocalypse or just a bunch of procs or something? My goodness, Chill Pills got something cooking us Unholy now. Man, C-Mark had an amazing performance though, cannot take away from it. I am interested to see what kind of build he wants to play. I want to try it for myself now. No need to explain just Shadowless things. Fair enough. Thanks so much, Mr. Fox. I'll check it out. Yeah, I see it in Discord. Thank you so much. NetPal is going to be up next, though. We are hitting that 7-minute mark. We only got 12% dampening. Chill Pills has a bit of opportunity to tussle with the Paladin. Last time he dueled the Paladin, he actually did quite okay as a Frost. Actually did fantastic as a Frost DK. But Unholy's a bit of a different beast. Popping off that pet. It's going to be the pet empowered. Is he playing the Chain Legendary with the pet? Where the pet is empowered, and I think he is, because the pet is literally on fire. So is Chill Pills. NetPal might have to bubble this. Super low in health, barely surviving the Word of Glory. Blessing of Protection, probably worst move right now, because he's still magic damage that goes through. Chill Pills has so much magic damage that's still gonna go through. And Chill Pills can continue just cleaving through into NetPal's health. Chill Pills is gonna have to slow down for a second. Get himself a full Fleshcraft. Did Chill Pills sacrifice the pet? He might have actually had to sacrifice his ghoul. Quick stun as NetPal is trying to pick up a heal. Chill Pills still in combat, cannot mount up. The SATA keep chasing after NetPal, dropping down Death and Decay around the corner on him, at least just for a second. That's all he can do at the moment. Trying to build up for another go. I don't know what kind of abilities he's running. I really want to know now. I've always wanted to try to make Unholy kind of sort of okay. Big grippy hand up, slapping NetPal around. Perfect opportunity for Chill Pills to get some damage in. Gonna be the pet empowered. NetPal trying to go for some counter pressure too. That's gonna be the full Curing Burst coming out. The Pally survivability and damage is all he has. Son of Chill Pills, but he's just gonna slam him down with that Unholy Might. The Paladin had a bubble use, Blessing Protection, Bop. I actually thought, I didn't realize he used bubble already. I guess he used bubble against Chill Pills. I did not realize it. That's why I was like, okay, Bop might not be the best move, but I didn't even realize, chat. I didn't even realize it. That Paladin, though, he's got plenty of damage. I think just Chill Pills had every cooldown lineup to help for him perfectly. right? Perfectly. And every time Paladin wanted to go aggressive, his health started dropping really quickly, so he had to start healing. This is where Word of Glories were just eating up all his holy power. And this is where Chilpo's dropping down a grip onto Kitty, dropping down a wall as Chilpo's chasing after him. Chain of Ice to slow down the cat, but the power shift is going to keep him moving. This cat is elusive. Quick Maim, Convoke, Chilpo's has no answer. This could be bad, but the pet is also taking so much of that damage. That's the problem with Convoke. Sometimes it will just attack the pet. And looks like it actually just killed and devoured Chilpo's pet completely. Let it be full chain of malediction onto Chills. Not a lot of health to work with. He is not playing with a death pack. Silence on the Kitty. Can he take out the druid while he has execute? While he has cheat death? He's literally trying to kill the druid and cheat death. Can he do it? He's got a few more globals. Kitty had low health. The dots. Oh, the frenzied region comes out at last second. Chilpos almost destroyed the druid after the cheat death came out. Kitty though survived long enough, landing a quick stun onto Quick Pick. He sees the monk rushing at him. He at least just focused up. He just had a hell of a duel with Chilpills. He barely survived. Quick Pick playing that Night Fae monk, taking quite a bit of damn. Could be potentially karma here. Trinket might check him out for that batch. Kitty just doesn't have enough to finish him off just yet. The druid is just a few globals away from dead. That Thorns is going to make it harder. That Shackles, I think, is going to end him. Quick Pick did not commit any defenses at all. This man's playing Night Fae, Serenity, Monk. I am interested to see what kind of build this is. I am very interested what kind of legendary you would use with this too. Very interested. Quick verifies for Quick Pick. Azamin. Try to see if he might be able to port around. Is going to go for a quick dance. But I think the Shadow Fiend is what's really keeping him in combat. But he's just going to slow it out. He knows that the monk, you know what? He knows the monk is just going to go for it. Is this an honored bow? Is he just going to give him an honorable bow? These guys just rushed at each other. He reset. I guess was like, you know what? He got to reset anyway. I might as well give him a bow. Let's make it a duel. At least he can get up in his face and maybe get a quick fear. Big PI for Amen. And Mindflay catching quick as he's trying to reset. Interesting. Night Fae. I still am interested by that Night Fae strat. Full Serenity is up. Gonna be a greater fate. Amen getting locked down on Shadow. Could be really bad because Quick Pick got Serenity. It's a lot of damage. Got the Night Fae. Burst more. Stun Trinkets out of it. Fist of Fury. Oh my goodness. Quick Pick with a quick selection of that Serenity I never seen. Night Fae doesn't matter. This man is a monk first. Night Fae second. He literally is just, he doesn't even need the whole Night Fae aspect. That literally isn't even like adding anything to his gameplay. He's just Night Fae for the flavor, and I love that. Imagine playing a Covenant just because you like the flavor. Imagine. Oh my goodness. This post brought to you by Metathrall. Enthralled with the meta. Meta or die. As Quick Pick tried to drop down that Night Fae, the nice artistic set of trees. Quick Pick though playing Serenity is going to be a little bit of a weird matchup because he's got to play around that Serenity. He can't have a set of Storm Within Fire images to help him. He has to wait out for the whole 2 minutes, I think, of that Serenity, or a minute and a half. I think it's a minute and a half. Dropping down Zuen. He's getting a lot of procs and resets for the Night Fae. Lexi put to Chicago, forced him to check out on the Shaman wall. And this way, Quick Pick might have to back up. Trying to get disrupted is going to be Karma. Hex coming up. No trinket for it. Quick Pick, which is he probably was up in melee to be able to interrupt that Hex a little bit earlier. I'm still wondering what kind of Lego is this man playing. He got himself the Vivified. Chicago has an intro backup as well. Quick Pick has quite a few defenses available. Gonna be Serenity. Full burst. No wall for Chicago. Stun onto Quick Pick. Wait, Chicago might have turned around right here. Do they have enough damn? Quick port out of Quick Pick. It survives it. Oh my goodness. This man survived in Chicago, catching up on a few heals themselves. Quick Pick trying to keep himself afloat with Vivifies. Using mobility to try to create as much line of sight as he can. That monk mobility is coming in handy. Chicago needs that line of sight to land an interrupt on the heal. This duel isn't even over yet. Surrender's 1.5 minutes. That's nutty. Quick Pick got himself soul shape. Look at that mobility, dude. You can never have enough mobility as a class. Never. You can take the most mobile class in the game and you can never have enough mobility ever. As Quick Pick tried to catch up a few heals with a Vivify, 50% dampening. The healing is quite reduced. Sundered by Chicago into an Ascendance. Quick Pick sees the cooldowns, bows out of it. Dud pop a wall. Got in line inside Chicago. I don't know if he wants to be there. because it is going to be a win strikes to follow. Fist of Fury parrying out some of the Chicago's damage, still trying to back up out of there. Chicago got those ranged auto attacks, but looks like Leg Sweep comes up. No trinket. Does Quick Pick have the damage? Looks like he's trying to make some damage happen, but he's not committing. He's still just using the Night Fae. I think the Night Fae ability actually gives him a heal. I think while he stands on it, it gives him a bit of a heal. That's actually crazy. Chicago trying to see if he can catch up. Sprint is available. It's going to be Earth Elemental in cap by Quick. As he's looking to back the hell out, he needs healing. 55% dampening. Vivifies are only doing so much. Chicago going to be able to support right next to him. Full burst is up for Quick Pick, but Chicago is going to have a trinket. No leg sweep for Quick Pick for a while. Is going to have him port. I think this man is just trying to recover until he has a leg sweep available. Chicago might be able to make some kind of a go happen here themselves. Ghost Wolf should be up very, very soon. Karma up for Quick Pick. As he got Serenity, Chicago could maybe pop a trick. It's going to be a Thunder intro, potentially an intro by Quick Pick. Did he use an intro? He did. The intro ring a boopity pop. Chicago could be in a bad spot. Intro a wall. It's going to be both of them just popping up everything onto one another. As Quick Pick got himself a little bit of Serenity. Leg Sweep, check it out. Chicago immediately. Quick Pick back it up, and then Chicago is looking to end this duel quick. Is already on the other side of the arena. And Chicago is going to have to catch up on healing. Battle Master's Trick had fallen off, so it's going to make him really vulnerable. In cap as they're low. Quick Pick could probably enter right here into Shackles Malediction on Chicago. No way to break it. Chicago might just be done with it. With the Shackles alone. No health whatsoever. Just Ghost Wolf and out of here, dude. Oh my goodness. I think Quick is turning this around. Quick Pick is trying to turn this around. Night Fae. And Chicago's just running. Oh. And the Monk Fleet of France. True, the monks do have crazy good mobility. The monks do have crazy good mobility. You're not wrong about that. Quick in cap on Chicago. Tried to hit him with the Fist of Fury. Gonna be able to lock him down. Zuen is up Sunder. And Chicago tried to let it hex. Oh my god. I gotta give this man credit though. I gotta give this man credit. You know why? He played a different build. Not only is it Night Fae, he played Serenity. You know what I mean? Like if a monk plays a Night Fae and they have to run, you know what? I'm personally more likely to kind of sort of excuse it to some extent. You know what I mean? That doesn't detract from my enjoyment nearly that much. But that's just me. Like if it's an Necrolord monk who just kites into cooldowns, that's one thing. But a Night Fae, when it's a close duel and their health is just so low and you just try to regain while the shaman is chasing him, like, I don't know. To me, that's exciting. Anyway, let's get another open running, boys. Yo, Night King, Chicago, if you guys could take the same people in, because those were fun to watch. Everybody were so fun to watch. Let's get another one going, boys, yeah? That was enjoyable as hell. Evening, Dalaran, evening, NA, good luck. Let's get a good rumble. What's up, McCanty? How you doing, my friend? Hope you are having a good one. I would run 500 miles, I would run 500 more. It is a lot of running. I will agree with you on that. But when he's trying something different, it's a Night Fae monk. You know, I don't know, man. Maybe I just have a soft spot for like people playing weird covenants and weird classes or weird builds. Mikey needs one more. Yo, if we can get a +1 with Mikey, we got a horde group available. We can queue them both against Chicago as well as Night King. More variety. I like it. No excuses. Monk is a monk. Man, I like that guy, dude. You know what? I personally like that monk. Out of all the monks out there, that guy is my favorite. He's a gnome. I like that helm he's got going on. I think it's as big as his body. And his Night Fae. I like it because he's a goober. You know what I mean? He's fast. He is fast, dude. Just Forrest gumping it out of there. Dally build a blood DK as a DPS could put him in duels one day. You know, with tanks and duels, I'm not really privy to let tanks and healers compete in duels unless somebody can vouch for that this is actually a big DPS build and you figured out something broken and busted where you could literally one-shot somebody or two-shot somebody. If you somehow did figure out something insane, something overpowered, I'm not against it. I'm actually okay with giving it a try, but I would need somebody else to vouch for you that, like, yeah, this actually has some burst. Like, you can drop somebody in a stun. Otherwise, tanks end up creating some, like, very slow gameplay. All right, Night King Chicago. We'll get Mikey as soon as you get a group available as well. And gnomes are fugly. Nothing uglier than a gnome except for a mecha gnome. I don't know. I don't really mind gnomes and mecha gnomes that much. I don't have Valpera. I don't mind Valpera either. But I mean, how could you hate this guy? Look at him, dude. How could you hate this guy? I like this dude. He got big old hair. He got a big old mask, beard, just hair poking from around the mask. Just looking like a goober, man. I can't hate it, you know? I can't hate it. Honestly, I can't. And then it does Chicago time. What's up, Arda? How you doing, fam? Hope you're having a good one. Arda, you missed some of the last few duels. No, it wasn't even Chicago time. It was Chumpel's time, dude. You should have seen him. Seavark time. You should have seen it. Yo, you're gonna be able to watch the vids anyway. We're having a lot of fun here. Yo, okay. Switch. Wait. Switch. Nice. We got team 1, team 2 together with Seavark. We got Kid A still as a Feral Druid. Net Paladino with Pauses gonna be coming in as a Feral Druid, and Chicago gonna be first up as a Bloodlusting Enhancement Shaman. Getting a bit of a rematch with Quickpick, who's playing a Night Fae Celerity. It was a Serenity? Is it Serenity or Celerity? I don't know which one it is. I think it's Serenity. Celerity? Celerity is an Outlaw Rogue Lego. Serenity, I think, is the Monk buff. I could be wrong. Chat, help me out of here. Fist of Fury flying as he popped a couple of cooldowns. Savings a win for a little bit later. Chicago not shrinking out of that stun, as it looks like the Monk just didn't have enough pressure. Chicago got himself plenty of self heals to deal with it. Gonna be a quick port by the Monkus as he's trying to build up some resources here. Gonna be a Zoen joining the fight. Potentially big damage. Chicago popping off the big Bloodlust. Maybe big Ascendants to follow. Big Chain Harvest. Not even looking at Quick Pick. I think he literally Chain Harvested the Earth Elemental and that splashed back onto Quick Pick. Karma up for the Monk right now is gonna trick it out of the stun. Not sending it long at all. Mr. flying for Chicago. Slowing him down. Zoen adding on to the extra damage. Shackle's Malediction trying to make it harder for Chicago to deal with. Big Racial for the Dark Iron to remove the Shackle though. Just immediately removing that effect. Wait, Darker and Racial is kind of busted with that Shackle effect. I imagine Dwarves are busted too because of it. Chicago trying to put some pressure to Quick Pick, but the man, if anything, is mobile. He's short, but very, very mobile. Nimble. He's quick. Those little feet are pedaling faster because of the velocity. Terminal velocity, I think, whatever it is. Or maybe just Windbreak. He's small, so he doesn't get as much runes resistance. Whoever knows, dude. He's quick. That's all that matters. As Chicago dropping down to about half his health. Quick Pick got himself a defensive rolling, so already back up if he wants to use it. Wall up for Chicago. This is where Quick Pick, you see him just bowing out of it completely. On team 1, we got ourselves Pepsi in the back together with iFox. We got ourselves Destructors as well as Chill Pills. As Quick Pick is going to have to hold off for that team. Holding on strong. Ghostos joining the fight. Chicago got themselves big Bloodlust ready to go, and it's running. Might want to combine together with Ascendants if possible. No tricking for Quick Pick for a while, so if Chicago can land that stun Sunder combo, they might be able to make something happen here. Quick Pick could be in trouble. Waiting for until big Chain Harvest. Oh my god, that Chain Harvest just crit so hard. And then Chicago just went for Ascendance, and just the act of going into Ascendance just did enough AoE blast to take him down. That was a rough one. That Monk had Karma coming up within seconds and was not given a chance. Big Kyrian burst though for Destructors, getting a lot of souls out of it, so that's a lot of survivability. Trying to go for big damage on Chicago. He's had some really big crits with it before. Big Metamorphosis with an Ibium, just trying to stay on the Shaman as best as he can. Sunder with a stun. Chicago catches him. Destructor's not shrinking out of it. Chicago able to get quite a bit of damage for it though, so that's going to be Destructor's paying for it. Stun onto Chicago, able to get himself a little bit of healing as long as he's getting aggressive while full Metamorphosis form is up. That he's in a fantastic position. And Chicago trying to see if they can maybe avoid him as best as possible. A Destructor's looking to get some pressure rolling. Short stun, so that's definitely going to be the I-beam interrupted by the... Was it interrupted? No, I don't think it was. I think he tried to cancel in order to maybe get an interrupt onto Chicago's Hex cast. And I think they both got juked. Chicago having to use a lot of mana just to survive this. This is pressure. While the Demon Hunter doesn't really look like he's carving into Chicago's health that easily, the mana cost in order to maintain that high health is up there for Chicago. Destructors out of Metamorphosis, might be in a little bit of trouble. I wonder if that Kyrian burst is available very soon, because he might need the souls that are provided. Stun in Chicago, he's going to get that Kyrian soul with an I-beam, giving him lots of leads. That's quite a bit of survivability there on a minute cooldown, plus a sippy cup. Could be pretty massive. Chicago, again, super low on that mana, trying to just survive the output versus Destructors. The Demon Hunter rotating Blur just to make sure he got himself plenty of defenses rolling. Ghostos are up, lots of maelstrom for Chicago. It's looking like they're going to maintain themselves in self-heal. Destructors with an AoE stun on all the pets as well as Chicago. Taking a bit of damage. It is ramping up quite a bit. He's going to back up, kind of low in health. Looks like he's going for a reset. Arda, it's Chicago time anywhere around the world. Yo, can we get a big old hashtag Arda boys for that? Try Fiddy Dono? I don't know what kind of currency try is, but I appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you, my dude. Yo, hashtag are the boys. Thank you. Chicago 787. It is Chicago 7 right now, at least. And looks like Destructors might be in a bit of troubles. I think he needs himself in a prison into a stun in Chicago, maybe even together with a I-beam. He might be able to get some resources. He just needs himself good souls to carve out of Chicago. I wonder if you could use it on the Earth Elemental as well as Chicago together. Like stun into a Kyrian Burst, I-beam, and get a lot of healing because he needs to do something right now and he goes down. He had a blur coming back up right at the last second there. I think he was just trying to build up and build up and build up until he finds something, until he finds a way to deal with it. That's unfortunate though. Definitely unfortunate. Fox is going to be up next. Looks like something gets him out of that camp with lobs and nade in Chicago. So far has had a good run. Very survivable. And I think that Dark Iron play instead of the Draenei play is actually proven pretty good, especially against Shackles and Malediction. If you're able to have the ratio for the Shackles, you just counter it completely. You remove that extra whole effect and the Shackles altogether. You remove all of it. Actually kind of nuts. And if you have other dots too, you remove those dots and you get yourself a nice agility buff. Or intellect or strength, depending on your class, depending on what your primary is. But it's kind of good. iFox trying to keep his pet back. I think after playing against, see what I can learn. Keeping the pet next to him and just making sure that the pet is babysat and healed is probably the best combo. Chicago is going to have to consolidate some cooldowns in the bag. Got literally everything for this duel. So after finding Destructors, he was able to come back with every single CD. Having to go through every single trap, freezing trap, stopping him as iFox gets himself a little bit of a heal. With Hunter's Mark to Chicago. Imagine if Hunter's Mark was necessary in order to do more damage to the target. Imagine if that stayed through Shadowlands like Alpha and Beta. Glad they changed it. But I also kind of glad they added like a defensive component with it, so it's interesting. Chimeric Poison in Chicago. After that quick silence, Chicago's healing and damage is going to be reduced. No trinket for the stun. Wait, did iFox catch Chicago off? Oh, Chicago got caught a little off guard. That stun actually did the work. I believe Chicago tried to go for a Dark Iron Racial, which locked him out of a trinket. Wait a second. They did have a trinket. They just got locked out for using Dark Iron. Oh, iFox. That was a quick, smooth play. NetPal charging at the Hunter does get a one big hammer in before the freezing trap comes down, and iFox is going to have to go for a bit of a reset. Man, that is the one disadvantage of playing Dark Iron or Dwarf. If you do use your Racial, there is a bit of a CD thing with the trinket. So that can definitely be a little bit of tough to deal with. Is there same CD? I think there is some CD if you're on Dead still too, right? With Willow the Forsaken? Or the Human Racial? I think they changed the name to like One for All or All for One. Something like that. It used to be Every Man for Himself, but then they changed the name. So it's technically something else. But still same effect. NetPal trying to get some damage onto the pet. Actually, that pet isn't undead, so you could go turn evil on the pet and take it out of the game. So no way for the pet to actually provide support for the 8 seconds that it's feared. iFox trying to keep his range as far as it can, dude. It's interesting how iFox, even though he's a melee survival hunter, they play literally like a Beastmaster or Marksman, trying to keep the most range from an enemy. Will to survive. Is it really? Okay, I mean, it's still good trinket. I mean, it's still good racial. It's still really, really good. I forgot, yeah, I just forgot what to call it. But I'm pretty sure if I said Every Man for Himself, everybody knows what I mean. Hodge onto iFox, wings are up. Gonna be the trinket for the Pala. I mean, for the Hunter. Trinket for the Pala now. As he's trying to commit the damage. Does he have the big hammers for iFox? He got the judgments. He got the hammer wreck. But looks like iFox is gonna go for a battle match to trinket. Just borrowing some health in order to take some of this damage stun onto NetPal. Trying to turn it around. NetPal did trinket earlier. So that's gonna be a full wave for iFox to control Paladin for a bit. It was quite a bit of burst, but iFox has had survivability, has that range with the Eagles flying. NetPal trying to create some line of sight. Looks like iFox is doing the same thing, dropping down a freezing trap for NetPal. Is going to go for a bit of a heal. And I think it was a feign death too. Maybe you get a camo off it. Potentially could get a camo. NetPal did burn off a Shield of Vengeance. That is a big defensive for iFox too. I guess not deal with because it timed out. Bubble and Bop are the only 2 defenses that NetPal has for a little bit, unless they end up getting some healing. And since they can't get anywhere next to iFox, they can't really use the Blade of Righteous in order to get a lot of holy power. So they're actually having to use Wake of Ashes just to get themselves Word of Glory heal, because it's just a lot more efficient than going for Flash of Light itself. But it's going to be behind the pillar, using up some of that mana, diving into that 9-minute mark. NetPal is just going to have to use the Hand of Freedom very, very carefully, as well as a Hammer of Justice, build up a little bit of Holy Power, land a Seraphim, go for the full burst. Hydra to iFox, do they have the resources? It's going to be a Seraphim with a Herek, trying to drop the big hammers, got himself the big finisher to follow. iFox with a Feign Death, stunner to NetPal. NetPal with a bubble, maybe he can end already here. Tossing out the hammers, slow into iFox, can't catch up, gonna be that Turtle Shell as soon as he sees the pony out of NetPal. He knew that he was gonna be kind of out in a bad spot. He better pop a defensive, catch up on a bit of heals, not get slammed down right then and there. It is a big immunity, but NetPal also did burn immunity of his own, 3 minutes for a 5 minute. I think actually it's shorter for NetPal since he can get some cooldown reduction on it too, technically. Pets have ever rolled for marksman PvP? Yes, they do, technically, for marksman. For marksman, if you guys don't know aware, like, marksman technically can still use a pet. Like, Bach plays with a pet all the time as a marksman. Yeah, so Hanko, you can definitely use a pet. They definitely have a pet role. Yeah, but paying attention to the pet is something important in PvP, and if you're not careful, like the Seawork, you can just take the pet out, and there goes a lot of your utility, a lot of your support. Because the pet is there to help you fight, to help you win, but if the pet ain't there, you ain't winning. It's interesting how they kind of designed the class. It's very, very interesting. Pet Pal. Oh, no. Net Pal. I called it Pet Pal. Oh my god. Net Pal. Chilling, consolidating some CDs is going to be big kill shots for iFox. Shrink it out of Net Pal with the freezing trap, meaning immediately. iFox has cooldowns available. I think he might be able to make something work here. Bob is the only thing that's standing between him and victory, and he could remove it easily as long as Net Pal doesn't have too many debuffs. It looks like that is going to be Harpoon. Try to Harpoon, but the Bob keeps him safe. It looks like there's no Dispel for the Bob right now. So NetPal was able to get a few seconds of immunity. And iFox finally gets it into a flanking strike. NetPal trying to fight through a big kill shot, and iFox does end up taking him out. Good procs for him. Massive anti procs. Seawork is going to go for a pull polymorph onto iFox. With a touch of the Magi on the Hunter, looks like it. Is going to go for an RNK blast into missiles to follow. I think he's trying to go for RNK blast on the pet. But is going to go for that Arcana Sphere. Is that going to be enough? Big damn. iFox trying to move. Blink by the mage just to make sure he doesn't miss. Trying to make it a point blank range blink. Mirrors of Torment gets it away from iFox. So it's going to be iFox with a Feign. Actually, Shadow Melt, not a Feign Death. Is going to remove those mirrors with a Feign Death though. Missile still flying. The pet is nowhere nearby. Barrage ends him. That was a lot. The pet gets separated from the Hunter. And there goes the defensive. Not much you can really do. Chillpill's charging in, not gonna let Seawork get any kind of advantage here. Seawork with no shields whatsoever, getting gripped in, might be an early ice block. Polymorph onto Chillpills. Chillpills is not playing normal human racial, or not a normal trinket, playing just a human racial and relent. So Seawork is at least gonna be able to CC Chillpills out of his cooldown. Chillpills, however, is playing Dark Sim. Dark Simulacrum. I am interested to see what kind of buffs and damage abilities he might steal from Seawork. Hopefully it's like a polymorph or something. Or Mirrors of Torment, because I know you can steal Covenant abilities. It's very fun. It's kind of interesting. Oh, he stole a Nova from Seawork. He stole a Nova from Seawork. And then was able to get a kick since Seawork couldn't blink far enough. It's going to be blinded to Seawork. Chillpill's waiting for the Remorseless Winter. Going to get a silence as the Obliterate comes in. I like how you queued the animation for Obliterate into a silence as it lands. So Seawork doesn't even have a way to respond. He's going to trink it out of a silence though. Alter time is up in order to give him some sort of survivability. Chillpill's trying to steal buff. I think he stole an interrupt from Seawork. I think he might have stolen an interrupt from Seawork. He might be able to interrupt Seawork's burst. Oh my goodness, I wonder. We'll find out soon, right? Chain of Ice. Seawork trying to get some cast. Interrupted on Arcane. Actually can't do damage. Gripped by Chillpills. Seawork is having to pay for that interrupt. Oh my goodness. Seawork got some instant cast though. Mirror's gonna be AMS'd out. Chillpills got him so big pillar available. Actually gonna reverse. The mirrors back to Seawork? Wait, did it Dark Sim the mirrors back to Seawork? Seawork having to ice block. It doesn't sit that long at all though. Quick and miss to try to get away. Stood in Death and Decay, but the Death and Decay didn't last long enough to get him out. Try to catch up on heals. That Dark Sim is so fun in my opinion. That is so interesting to see what kind of buffs he's going to steal. Gripping Seawork in. Blind. That's going to be a stun. Seawork doesn't really have an answer to deal with it. It is going to be, oh, blinks out of that stun before it really stacks up. Quick poly onto Chill, but looks like Chill stole an ability from Seawork. I don't know what he stole. Could be a Shimmer, could be a poly. What did he steal? That is the question. Going to be a silence on the Seawork. If it was a poly, I don't think Chillpill is trying to give Seawork a polymorph. I don't think he's trying to give him a free heal. Touching the Magic, trying to come up for Seawork. Not a lot of health available. Quick and Viz, trying to blink away. Going to be gripped by Chillpill. Seawork trying to make some damage happen. But the Obliterates come down. The IBF to keep this Death Knight fortified and strong. is what's keeping him afloat. Passa's gonna be up next. Death and Decay! Oh, you denying him the stun opener. Passa's wasn't able to get some bleeds on Chilpils either way. The gripping hand is up. Might be able to grip Passa's in. It looks like Passa's getting the hell out of there. Chilpils did go for Dark Sim. It's gonna get a regrowth off him, I think. Yep. Quick regrowth. It doesn't really do much, but hey, a regrowth is a regrowth. Better than no healing. It is doing the smallest hot ever. You can just see right here. Death Pact, literally just gonna have that regrowth heal into that Death Pact. But Passos looks like he's gonna go for a full reset. Maybe he's waiting now for the DK dots to fall off with the Frost Fever. Gonna be a flash scout out for Chilpils. Just trying to see if he can work with this. Passos looking for a reset. Does he still have dots? I imagine he still has dots. If Chilpils can get up and melee with him, he'll drop down the big dragon. Somehow Passos still catches a reset. Chilpils trying to stand in Death and Decay. He doesn't really know what Passos is, but the man is slowed. The man is slowed. Chilpils looking to recover some first aid. Passos with a regrowth behind the pillar. Chilpils could, I think, swing by the eyeball really quickly. If he goes fast enough, when he goes to the left or the right eyeball, he might be able to do this quick. Actually, decided, you know what? Maybe it's going too quick, too slow. Try to see if he can juke around Passos. Can he do it? He's trying to juke him as best as he can. He doesn't know where the Feral is, but he's trying to see if he can deal with it. Stun, immediate trinket out of Chilpils into a blind into Passos, who trinkets out of it. Stun by Remorseless Winter. Full cooldowns available. It's going to maybe hit him with a silence. Silence right after. Going to be friends in regen, but Passos doesn't really have a lot of health. I think it's just down. Oh my goodness, Chilpils! Just doming down the Feral. My goodness. Dropping down the healing from the pet, sacrificing immediately at no health left with 62. 65% dampening. He just kept rolling and rolling and rolling. This is a Necrolord Feral Droid. This is the biggest counter class for everybody. Can he try to see if he can turn around damage? Up to Pepsi. Pepsi with the chicken as well. Gonna be Thorns are up to no health whatsoever. He's gonna go for Frenzy Region with the Air Mortis with a bit of a Frenzy Region wall available. I was gonna say Mortis Winter, but that's a DK ability. Quick main by Pepsi. And it's game. Yo. That was awesome, dude. Chilpils. I'm amazed to turn around. iFox had himself a hell of a game. Chicago as well as C-Mark. C-Mark has had a really tough dude. C-Mark, the game, no matter what happens, C-Mark is just getting pinned against Chilpils every single time. He just keeps putting him against. The game somehow, some way, just puts C-Mark against Chilpils every single time. Let's get another one going, boys, yeah? Let's see. Who we got? Mikey got 5. Yo, we gotta get Mikey versus somebody. Yeah, we gotta either put Night King or Chicago into Mikey. We'll get Mikey to maybe play both of them. Mage just has 0 chance for DK. It's so sad. It is a little bit tough to, like from a third person perspective, it is kind of weird to see C-Work. It is hard to see. Of like, how do you deal with it as a mage? It might be, so I can't complain too much, but that's how the game is. Yeah, there are some classes that are like a rock, paper, scissors. You know? All we can do is just do the best. I think you just need like a good matchup of just like anybody but Chilpils for a little bit, right? If you can verse anybody but Chilpils for a few games in a row, that'll be perfect. What's up, King? How you doing, my guy? I wish it was. I think Fire's better choice versus DK. Yeah, but who wants to play Fire? Fire's kind of boring, let's be honest. All right, we're going to throw Mikey versus Chicago. Night King, as soon as you get a 5-man team, we'll get you guys back in here. Chicago, let's go Mikey. Wow. And Chicago, and we'll do Night King versus Mikey, or Mikey versus or Night King versus Chicago. We'll get Night King playing next game. Alrighty. Let's try to see if Mikey is there, or if his group is available. We'll throw Mikey at both of you too. How does that sound? Fire equals boring flames. Yeah, Fire is actually kind of boring. There's some cheesy things I like about Fire, but Fire has not been like a priority spec for me either, as a mage. I think overall I enjoy Arcane and maybe even Frost just for the fun factor, just for personal fun factor. I like the Arcane for like the cure in one shot, but that's only because I'm running like a weird talent. Love the stats. What's up, CS? How you doing, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. Thanks for popping into the stream, my dude. Yeah, with Chicago, Mikey, I might have to keep queuing you two until it works. I think we borked it, so we'll just keep queuing. And Arcane, all big damage bursts and Death Strike counters it? Yeah, because you get a hit for big, Death Strike heals you the harder you get hit. For sure. Try again, Dala? Okay, we'll try it again. Requeue? Yeah, we'll just have to keep queuing. I should have just waited for a sec. The problem is sooner or later he'll reach you. Eventually, yes, he will reach you, but I think it's more of what C-Work is saying is Spell Warden just keeps him super tanky. The fat heals let you just heal, like you take big bursts of damage, Death Strike to heal right through it. mages, because I don't think mages have good dam, but mages don't have the kind of dam where it's like they can just constantly barrage or just kind of one-shot you for a whole health bar. They can do like 80% of your health, but if a death strike hits as soon as you do that much damage, the majority of that damage is going to be healed back, or a good portion of it, right? I think it's fair to say that. Hi Dalaran, love from South Africa. What's up, Hanko? Hope you are having a good one, my dude. Welcome, welcome. You boys are all welcome. We got a couple of monks on team left. One of them is Serenity. So, is it Celerity, chat? Or like Celerity with an L? Or is it Serenity with an N? Like, is it Serene or like Celery? Let me know, because I don't know which one it is. Switch. Got ourselves team 1 together with Fat Sax. Fat Sack as a Necrolord Monkus with Con Lao as another Monkus on the team. I like that Mog though. We got us a Sippy as a Druid, Toxic in the back, Jay Chillin, as well as Yako as a Frost DK. The tablet kind of threw me off thinking you're a Venthier, but the rest of the Mog is full-blown Necrolord. I mean, the full Fleshgrave shield. I mean, that should have been the big giveaway, right? This is the tablet that throws me off. Seaberg trying to see if he can maybe get around him. That is a Frost DK. He got the pet out really early, but that is a Frost DK. Gonna be a trinket for Yayo, but as Yako, as he's trying to get a grip, just trying to reduce the damage out of Seaberg as he got himself the Touch of the Magic setup. Gonna be Yay with all defensive burn, actually. Look at this. He got himself Pillar, he got himself Rune Weapon, he got AMS as well as a Death Pact. So he's actually used a lot of defensives all at once, also offensives, just to get a trinket and grip Seavark in, just to disrupt the burst. Seavark actually just got stuck out here in the open, no ghoul for him to attack. He just got that Kevin Slime to hit from time to time. And maybe he could just wait out for resources, wait up until he has something to work with. Just continue to hit the slime. Is he just building up for something maybe? Try Dora shadows as Yako, try to get around him. That's going to be a quick destroying by Seavark if Yako walks in front of that circle or inside of that circle. Quick invis by Seavark into a poly. As he got himself another full setup. Full cooldowns available this time versus Yako. Could it be big burst? Potentially. Big burst out of that. Try and drop down anti-magic zone. Walk it back into it. Gonna be a huge damage out of Seavark. Yako with massive death strike trying to heal right through it. IPF was used there as well just to dampen the dam. And Seavark dropping down and Rune of Power, missiles flying. Gonna be a flush scout. Sounds out of Yako. Can't even do much. Just missiles flying at it. This man is just jittering. And it's gonna be Arcane Orb taking him out. That was a tough one. Next up is gonna be a Feral. Quick images for Seavark, perfectly used as it is. Images gonna be taking some of that damage from Sippy. 20% damage reduction, but images are gonna fade as Seavark takes damage. All the time up for Seavark, just so he can get some health back. Shields back up and running. Sippy leaping on Seavark bash, so that's gonna be immediate trinket by the mage. If he can just keep Sippy in combat without allowing him to catch a reset, I think Seavark is going to be in a decent position. Trying to see if he can throw up the Flesh Scout so Sippy doesn't get any kind of shield. Quick knockback with an Arcana Sphere. Doesn't even let that thing shadow for a while. That knockback is still pretty good. I think the knockback is the same distance, whether it's a big orb, whether it's a small orb. So use it as a knockback on like a, 30-second cooldown or whatever the thing is. Might not be the worst idea. Seavark tried to keep this low on the Sippy main, got stacked up. Sippy, Feral Frenzy, not comboing together with Target Sphere, so he's actually missing out on some damage. Maybe I shouldn't be telling him how to play his class, but he's definitely missing out on some damage. Quick convinced by Seavark, tried to blast it to Sippy, gonna be Shackles Malediction as he's trying to get him some Mirrors of Torment. Sippy taking a bit of damage though from the Torment, from the Touch of the Magi. Shields are up for Seavark. Sippy trying to get himself as much healing as possible. Eventually the Mirrors of Torment is gonna slow him down and root him. Massive missiles flying for Seavark. Sippy finds himself rooted in place, is gonna power shift out of it. Barrel Foam, Frenzy Region, walls. That's a lot of defenses used at once. As an Arcana Sphere is setting up right behind him. Seavark making sure to blink into the pillar to make sure there's as much of a point blank connection with that shield. Quick bash over to Seavark. Sippy got himself some bleeds up and running. Missing out one big massive bleed though. Quick root by Seavark and trying to get slows onto Sippy as much as possible. Just trying to keep that man in combat. Trying to keep him slow. Trying to keep him away from Seavark. As the shields are up, quick interrupt on nature, got himself the Touch of the Magi. That's extra fireworks flying out, trying to throw in a Arcane Orb around the corner. Does go and does do some damage, but not enough to take down the Feral just yet. Short maim as Sippy getting more bleeds up and running. Again, like really desyncing his cooldowns. Door Shadows to disorient Sippy for a second. Seavark gets himself a quick breather. I don't think there's enough Seavark CC that can actually DR with a disorient from the Venthier. But it's working out really, really incredibly well. that little CC, dude. Just a quick breather, just a quick reset. All the time as the main comes down, Seawork is perfectly fine, losing a bunch of health. Just supposed to worry about those bleeds. Big bite, and that's going to be all the time out of there. Trying to get the missiles flying, but the barrage takes priority. Just to get it slow, because the barrage will also chase Sippy behind the pillar. It has a bit of travel time. Sippy will have a harder time. Gotcha to a full reset. Trying to go for a flush cap, but looks like Seawork kind of kept him on edge, kept him constantly moving and shifting, and wasn't able to get himself a flush cap. Sippy leaping in, got himself enough for a maim. There's going to be images, mirrors on Sippy. Could potentially give Seawork a lot of damage. Touch of the Magi is up, blinking around the Druid. Bash up, and Sippy's eventually going to get himself rooted and silenced. Arcane missiles flying. Big damage. Sippy is in trouble. Massive touch of the Magic Trick is just to get out of the research. Seawork trying to see if he can barrage him down. Missiles flying. More damage and more damage rolling. And I think Sippy might be in trouble. Oh my goodness. The Feral Druid. It's a hard counter for arcane mages, let alone most mages. And Seawork was able to at least deal with it. With Fat Sack gonna be up next. Playing that Celerity? Check it out the chat. Did anybody chat? Yeah, anyone chat doesn't know. If I just switch to play as a prod and let him do that, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Fat Sack though with a Zwin. Is that Zwin over there? Oh no, Zwin. It's attacking Chicago. Boss is trying to stab it with a pitchfork. Fat Sacks. He can't really. I guess he can somewhat control his mage. Can he not? I guess he can somewhat. No, I think that thing does have a pet bar, doesn't it? Yeah, but either way, as long as that thing doesn't kill the rest of Team 2 while they're not able to play. Also, I just looked at Team 2. They got 3 druids. We got Druid. We got us Kitty. And we got us bosses. I just noticed all these orange health bars. I didn't even realize. At least one of them was Boomkin, so it is a bit of a variety. And doesn't quite break the rules of 5-on-1, where there's only 2 of the same class. Spec, playstyle rather. Changes depending on a class. Gonna be in cap onto Seawork. Fat Sack took a lot of damage there. Mirrors are on him, so as he tries to heal himself, it does gonna make it harder for him to get any kind of healing, because eventually he's gonna get silenced and rooted. So unless he has Tiger's Lust for it, he's actually gonna be in troubles. Trying to get a melee of Seawork. Big kicks coming out. Trying to roll. I think that roll actually I think his roll counted as a spell and broke mirrors just now. Full poly up for Seawork. Just trying to put some CC onto Fat Sack. And Seawork got himself at least 2 images to protect him for that 20% damage reduction. As he's just going to mount up and try to bail out of there, using barrages to cut him out, more missiles. Just keeping the range, keeping him at bay, especially as he gets Tiger's Lust up and running. Just keeping those slows and making it harder for him to approach. Arcanosphere, does he land it? Does he shoot? Does he score? Trying to make it happen. Fat Sack walked around the other side as the images keep slowing down the monk with frostbolts, which is helping as well. Quick invis by Seawork as Fat Sack tried to spin to win inside of that invis. Try to see if he can find Seawork in there. Big missiles, big damage on the touch of the magic. Quick in cap, but Fat Sack just trying to dampen some of the damage from Seawork. Another rune of power is up. Zuen joins the fight. Seawork is just gonna have to find a way to deal with this. Dampen harm is used by Fat Sack. Leg support to Seawork. Ice block as the full Serenity Burst comes out. It looks like Fat Sack is gonna back up out of the Seawork with breaking out all of that ice block immediately as soon as he sees Fat Sack. Just out in the open, barraging him, and looks like a lot of the burst out of the monk for now is gone. Ice block is going to be a while until it's back up. Fat Sack better be careful with the healing, better be careful with the damage. Arcanosphere is definitely going to lock him out with an Arcane Orb right after, with missiles to follow. Wait, did Seawork just take him out? Trying to Vivify. Eventually, Vivifying is going to trigger the Mirrors of Torment. He might be in trouble. Silence, rooted, can't go anywhere. At least in cap with the Fist of Fury on it, as well as the Karma onto Seawork. Fat Sack is super low in health. The Seawork is going to get interrupted on Arcane, which is not optimal here. But Touch of the Magic with missiles flying in might be enough damage right then and there. Oh, Fat Sack trying to heal as best as he can. Arcane Orb around the corner. Doesn't quite connect. That is the Touch of the Magic that does get him super low though. And Fat Sack trying to go for that Flesh Shaft. Unable to get himself a full channel. Got himself Vivifies at the very least. Spinning Crane Kicks. I don't even know if he's going for procs. Going to be invis for Arcane Seawork with more missiles around the corner. Trying to go for Rune of Power. Fat Sack disconnecting to the other side of the pillar. 20 seconds on Serenity. 40 seconds on Zuen. He might be able to make something work here. Seawork might have to play this a bit more defensively. No offensives, no defensives. All he has is kites and polys. Trinket available for the Fat Sack if he needs it. That's going to be more slows up. BDB burst is up, so he's given away that he's got big burst. Arcane Seawork got alter time. So if he takes a lot of damage, he can always alter time it. I think this is why Fat Sack is not committing too much damage, trying to land a poly. And that is going to be a poly onto the Monkus. He can wait next minute. Knockback, maybe? Does he connect? He does connect on the roll. That's actually Fatsack with a full touch of the match and everything. Oh my goodness. We're trying to see if he can Dora Shadows in there. Try to push in. But Fatsack is going to continue healing himself as best as possible. Has a Karma up very, very soon. Mirrors the Torment. Going to hit it with an in-cap. And that's a Tiger's Loss to get him out of there. The Arcane Dream? Yes, it is, Mihail. This is the Arcane Dream. Are we sleeping or are we living it? That is the question. The Arcanosphere, yeah, that Arcane Blink for so you got a Blink, you got a Touch of the Magia, Arcanosphere, and a Blink turnaround all in once. It was such a good ability to use this. It's just a train of abilities in such a quick succession. Seaverick is gonna have to find a way to deal with Fatsack. This is full burst available. Zuen is in there. Big BDB is up. Nova into Fatsack. Quick in cap. As Fatsack trying to deal with his Karma is up. Looks like Seaverick is gonna blast into that Karma. Arcanosphere might be used to knock back Seaverick. It's actually gonna be Fatsack taking so much damage, so many missiles. Oh my god! Seaverick! He's just looking at this monk, and the monk has every cooldown available. Everything but like a trinket to get out of this burst, out of the CC. And see if we can just watch it and I'm just like, I'm just gonna collapse all this arcane power on ya. See if we're trying to see if we can Dora Shadows out of there away from Toxic, but the spike is gonna take him out. Nothing he can do at the end. This was Seavark, who just exhausted everything to fight not only a druid, not only a BDB monk, but also a Frost DK too. Which is kind of tough. Toxic trying to see if he might be able to deal with Chicago. Cheap shots coming down. And Toxic used quite a lot of cooldowns versus Seavark. Evasion, no longer present. Cloak, mind using blind onto Chicago. Maybe Toxic with a vanish. No vanish, and Chicago zaps him out of there. Kun Lao is the last one left over on Team 1 as they approach Chicago, trying to drop down a big BDB, big chain, big kicks coming out with a wall onto Chicago. Knows the win for Kun Lao. I wonder why. Ascendance joins the fight for Chicago, popping off that massive cooldown, spinning crane kick to win for Kun Lao. But the wind strikes are just doing so much damage. Kun Lao trying to reduce the damage of those wind strikes with a diffuse magic, but also overlaps it together with a Karma just to give himself as much security here. A full security blanket on himself. A quick in cap on Chicago. Kun Lao needs just a bit more to finish this off. He got Zuen, he got everything. Needs another BDB if possible. I don't think he has one anytime soon though. Maybe you can make some work with Zuen. Chicago got healing. We are at 40% dampening. Quick Thunder. Chicago might be able to. Oh, looks like Chicago was able to land a Quick Thunder and a quick good set of procs afterwards. Kun Lao, a lot of his damage was burned into that wall, so that is going to make it tough to deal with. I didn't even have had to have no CDs low, but GG. Yo, Seavark, my guy, that was nutty. That was actually nutty. I use Vanish for a 10k Shadow Strike for Seavark. I use it from a burst. Oh, do you actually use Vanish for a part of your burst? Okay, I one-shotted my job. Okay, so you're playing like a try to one-shot build. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's pretty rough to get out of there at that point. I think at that point you usually like build compoints for a killing shot. Watch an enemy trinket, blind them, go for a reset. So that could be pretty tough, Mikey. That could be pretty tough. Night King is ready. Let's get another one going, boys. I want to put Mikey's team versus Night King if they're still here. Am I... Okay, cool. See if I can share a build with me. Yo. Yeah, it looks like fun, Seavark. You're gonna have to give me like the talents you're running. Any event here. No, definitely once 915 is here. Once 915 drops, I want to try this. Because that looked like a lot of fun. That looked like a lot of fun and you're survivable as hell. Hopefully this won't be a bad build going forward. That thing can hit though. Touch of the Magic, that thing hits. Oh my god. There are 5, there aren't. Yeah, we can get Mikey versus Night King. We can get Mikey versus Night King. Yo, I got the secret sauce, boys. The secret sauce. Mwah. Really? In the last row? Huh. Okay. Okay, well, Arcane and in the first row make sense together. I know that you played something different in level 30, but I guess that was for duels, right? Normally you wouldn't play the other one on the left, right? Okay, cool. Again, I'm trying not to give it up. Try not to give it away, boys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to give it away. Because Seavark is actually... Okay, and that's the most important conduit then, yeah? Well, that's what I run right now for PvE. But do you play the Ventier one? Okay, fair enough. Yeah, but do you play, what about all of your soul binds, or all the conduits? Did you take more of a screenshot of like the full thing of soul binds? I can just looking at the icons, I'll be able to know. I'm just wondering if you're playing like the Ventier one at all, because that, I imagine, would be pretty good. Professor Ventier was mad. Oh, okay. So you're not playing the Ventier thing, okay. Well, the other stuff I would also be interested in. Yeah. Okay. I guess that makes sense. I see you use that. The one at the top you'll probably be able to replace with Ventier if you wanted to, right? Or is the one at the top just better sustain wise? Again, I'm trying to be as obscure as possible, not to give away what kind of build he's going for. I'm glad he's letting me know, because I'm interested, because I want to try it, but I'm also trying not to go with what he's playing in case it's counterable. You know? I think it's better for me as a viewer of duels to also guess as much as you guys do on like what they're running for builds, right? If it's something obvious, we could explain it, but if it's something that they're doing, I like seeing it. The year is 1991. Okay, that makes sense actually. That makes sense. Okay, and you also got the instance too for it, so it won't be a big deal. All right, Mikey and Night King, and then Chicago will throw you versus Night King. How does that sound, boys? Hey, so makes it want to reroll onto Arcane Mage, then you make an Arcane secret shot of left right PvP. Yeah, Arcane is not an easy class to play, not an easy spec to play at all, Amir, but it's fun. Honestly, I mean, I think it's perfectly fine to take the road less traveled for something more fun. Because you're paying $15 a month, you might as well do what's honestly more fun, honestly more enjoyable. Is it tougher? Yes. Is it harder? Yes. Are you gonna have to work for it more? Yes. But if you work for it and you succeed, it's just, it's just that much more sweet. It's just that much sweeter, and I think that is worth it. I think that is worth it. Paladin Necro is good. Do you taste it? Yo, Alejandro, I think in 915 in particular, yeah. Paladin Necrolord is looking really, really good. Plus, in 915 you can swap covenants easily, so definitely you should check it out. Just try it for yourself. But the buffs they're going for, my god, that gavel into the proc, oh, it's gonna pop off. Oh, it's gonna pop off so hard. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. I think I'm about to see Necrolords everywhere at that point. It's gonna be so good. Kieran is still strong, don't get me wrong, but that's gonna be so good. So good. Alrighty, switch. Got us some swaps out over on team one. Not too many. We got ourselves I Love Flex. We got a Necrolord bonanza here. Is literally everybody here Necrolord? What is going on? Literally every one of these guys is a Necrolord. Oh my goodness. But we got Pepsi over on team two, together with Team Chill Pills, and Pepsi gonna have to deal with I Love Flex. What's Flex? Is it flexing? Is it flexing? As a character? Is this flexing? I miss flexing. But it's gonna be all Flex and Pepsi. Pepsi charge to see if they can maybe charge in towards Flex, hitting him with the reversals, trying to keep the pressure rolling. Gonna be Flex trying to go for the bit of self heals while Restoration Infinity is up. Gonna be a trick out of the CC with the wall immediately. It looks like Pepsi's putting pressure onto Flex. Flex trying to get the bleeds back in. Pepsi popping in a bear form as soon as they're feeling like they're the one getting aggro. But as soon as Flex starts to back out, this is where Pepsi's probably going to go on the prowl themselves. Maybe Pepsi, while they still have a shield holding on strong, maybe they can get a prowl and get a stun open onto Flex. I think that's what they're trying to go for. It looks like the Pharaohs are trying to deny this from each other. Quick maim by Pepsi. Does he have the damage? He's got himself the Target's Fury. The blades are really ramping up. Quick maim, reversal. Flex potentially could turn this around here. Got himself the big blades, but also desync in his code as he got the blades without the buffs. Well, Pepsi got the buffs without the blades. Flex and Pepsi just charging at one another. Thorns are up for Pepsi. Flex is going to get some thorns of his own too. Barks and up for Flex. Quick maim by Pepsi, but it's going to be a very, very DR maim. And Ursa is going to keep Pepsi at bay. Flash got up for Flex. Pepsi does get a shortest interrupt over Cyclone up next. Look, can't really stop the clone. So at least Flex able to use all that mana, but at least maybe get himself a bit of a reset. The bleeds from Pepsi just drain right through the flesh cap. Don't even give him a chance. Quick bash to Pepsi, got himself a bark skin. It looks like Flex is gonna back up for a moment. This cat scratch war back and forth. Full blows away. Pepsi, I think, got everything. He's going to have an Ursula, so Flex has nowhere to go. He's going to go for War Stuff. Quick Cyclone does get Skull Bashed on it. Flex trying to see if he can bow out of there in bear form. Frenzy regen needs to happen. Cyclone onto Flex. As he started to recover, he got himself the Hots and the Swiftman. That's going to Pepsi catch himself a quick Flash Cup while he's got it. Maybe quick re-stealth. I don't know if he was able to get a proper stun there. Looks like it was just a normal shred. Leaping in Flex with nothing left. Bear form. Thorns is up. Just trying to get himself whatever healing he can. At least he got the swarm back on him. Maybe he can use that for some healing over time. Trying to get some damage to Pepsi. Actually reverses instead of damage. Goes for a Cyclone. Flex is bleeding out. It looks like just melted. Actually just melted. Pepsi got the bigger dodge than ever. Sippy gonna be up next. Also another Necrolord. There's so many Necros in here. Some Survival Hunters and Necro too. Yeah, Hunters are also, we've seen in duels, some Survival Hunters are Necro because the survivability is pretty big. Like, Hunters are pretty squishy. They got like big feign death immunity and debuff clearer, but outside of that, they're really squishy, so that survivability can be good for them. Pepsi dropping down Ursuls onto Sippy, trying to keep the pressure rolling. He's gonna have to definitely play the bleed game, and hopefully his bleeds are gonna be better than Sippy's. Because last Druid, he for mostly full flesh cap, and the bleeds just rotted that thing down. And that constant pressure, as long as Pepsi gets the biggest bleeds in Sippy, it doesn't matter what Sippy does afterwards. If Sippy goes for a CC chain, he's bleeding. If Sippy goes for a heal, he's still bleeding. Whatever Sippy does, it's just going to put pressure on him if Pepsi has the biggest bleeds ever. So I think this is why Pepsi trying to make sure that he has the buffer mechanic always on for the bleeds. He always has the bleeds up. Big bleeds out for Pepsi. Lots of comp points ready. I think he has himself a main ready to go. Sippy is just melting. Every time those two disconnect, you can just see who has the stronger dots. And Pepsi hasn't suffered nearly as much as the other Feral. Toxic going to be up next. Maybe he can get a sap to Pepsi before he catches a reset. Is going to be in bear form. The dots are keeping him at bay. It's going to be Cheap Shadows. Toxic going to be able to put up even more bleeds in there with the flesh guy. Well, with the Necrolord spike. Shackles the malediction onto Pepsi. Quick main by the Feral Druid. Looking to get some dots into the Rogue. Is going to make sure to empower all of his dots and bleeds. If those dots can go through a Fleshcraft shield, he's going to be in a great spot. Pepsi trying to get juked on his Cyclone into easy bear form Fleshcraft. Toxic had a choice. Either maybe CC, interrupt, pop a defensive, cloak maybe, something, anything. And Pepsi was able to juke him out with it. And that's a Feral with full shield. But Toxic has to go for a bit of a reset as the Swarm reconnects to him. It's going to be even more dot damage. Toxic with a Cloak of Shadows might be able to get himself a reset. And this is bleeds. Looks like the bleeds are in. That's going to be quickly by the Feral. Turn around with a cheap shot onto the cat. With a kitty shot to follow. Look at that shield holding on strong. Quick main by the kitty. Full bleeds. The Toxic has evasion. Didn't pre-evasion. The bleeds though. That's going to be a couple shreds from Pepsi. Taking the man out of there. With Fat Sack charging in next. And Pepsi going to try to avoid that Zuwen burst completely. Or not completely. I guess he's going to try to catch a reset. Avoid Zuwen, but then get an opener. Versus the Fat Sack. Building comp points off of Zuwen, who has got to get some Moonfires to try to see if he can break through a Flesh Kill with a Fat Sack. Which he does pretty quickly. BDB burst is up. Fat Sack looking for more damage. Pepsi is going to have to trick it out of the Bark Skin is up wall and everything. That's still going to be lots of damage out of the Monk. Got himself Serenity. Full damage going on. Pepsi trying to see if he can re-heal through it. Fist of Fear flying. Fist of Fear could be really bad still though. Shackles Malediction making it hard for him to heal. Try to heal as much as he can. Maybe can get mobility out of the in cap on that Cyclone. Still super low in health. The Fat Sack takes him out. My goodness. I thought that Feral was going to be absolutely unstoppable, unkillable, and that's going to be Lungs. Up next is a Convoke Big Bites. Fat Sack got nothing left. Oh my goodness. These Ferals, dude. These Feral Druids, man. My goodness. Kun Lao is going to have to get close with the Lungs. I think he tried to go for a Belf in order to remove the Thorns. Immediate trinket by the Feral with the Bark Skin. Plenty of defense on Kun Lao is trying to force some pressure. He's going to get us a one quick roar to the Saurian, the Feral Druid, or the Monk. Kun Lao is still continuing to try to put pressure onto the Feral as best as they can. Zuen is still around. There's another set of images available. Storm Earth and Fire could potentially be a karma over to Kun Lao. Trinket and Summon, I'm not really sure what. Wait, is that going to be a bite? Into a disarm on the Feral Druid? Doesn't really stop him. Cycle trying to come out for Lungs. But it's going to be Big Fist of Fury for Kun Lao. Karma is doing some damage to Lungs. I think Kun Lao is playing good Karma too, so that's also a little bit of healing. He's still in a really bad situation. Got himself Wall as well as Diffuse Magic, but that's not going to be enough against the damage from Lungs. It's going to be a Spin Crane Kick. I don't know if it was a proc or not, but the whole team won. Got devoured by these druids. It's cat attack. My god, he did 1,000,000 damage. I guess he did play against druid classes that also do quite a lot of healing. But the fact that he had to do 1,000,000 damage just to defeat a couple druids, sheesh, you know what I mean? My goodness. Alrighty. Let's get ourselves another duel going, boys. I think we gotta get Night King and Chicago back up with one another in the next one. We got Mikey back in. Get the green skin for Outlaw. Yeah, it's really good. You could also go for a pistol. I guess you can go for like the triple pistol shot Lego. That's pretty good too. But the green skin I think is much more consistent. Just the damage it pops off. I mean, a pistol shot doing like 20k, it's huge. Yeah, you get some actual good pistol shots out of it. So for a spec like Outlaw, like the most damage you could do is maybe like a 10k dispatches, 11k, maybe 15k if like all the buffs are up and you're just luckiest crits. But getting a pistol shot non-crit for 15k is massive. So at 20k crits, it's pretty huge. It actually gives you a little bit of work with. Soon play some Outlaw and win duels with new talents. Outlaw is really tanky. If you could just stay in combat for a while, build up that stamina for a bit, you could really become a tank. It's really, really good. It's actually kind of nuts. 5 with Chicago. Yo, let me see Night King with our 5 man and we're good to go. We'll put Mikey on the side for a second. We'll get his team back up in there as soon as we can. And let me say this one. Did I save? I think I saved. I'm gonna save it. If I had to ask, swapping the druid out, I'm fine with that Night King. Yeah, too many kitties, you know what I mean? Even you guys are like, you know what? I got cats in my group, but like, if you're just gonna have cats in your group and then win all the duels, like, who else is gonna get a chance to play then? You know, you kind of want the team to actually be able to play. The game is sponsored by Pepsi. Sponsored by Pepsi. Can it be Dr. Pepper if we are sponsored by anybody? I drink a lot of Dr. Pepper. Don't get me wrong, Pepsi is pretty good too. I don't mind Pepsi. Isn't Dr. Pepper and Pepsi the same product though? Aren't Duel a Pepsi product? Wow, to switch from sub to Outlaw? I think you shouldn't commit straight to Outlaw. I think you should try it. Make the legendary at rank 1. Pepsi released. Did it really? Oh, it's okay. He just wants to play the game, dude. He just wants to play the game. You know, it's not his fault he's playing probably one of the greatest classes for 1v5 1v1 duels. He just wants to play the game. I beget him completely. I'll play the long game. Me and Coke versus Pepsi. Ooh. Team Coke versus Team Pepsi. That'd be kind of cool. Sponsor some duels of Coke and Pepsi. Team Coca-Cola and then Team Pepsi as a 5v5 1v1. Have a couple different people commentating on it. You know what I mean? Anyone that's interested, get some big boys in here, get some fresh blood into the duels. Keep it fun, keep it entertaining mostly. That'd be cool. That'd be exciting. I drink a lot of water. I'm gonna be sponsored by all the oceans. Yeah, I do. I drink quite a bit of water nowadays. I don't drink soda as much. I feel like soda. I feel like when I drink too much of it, I just get like really, really slow. Like too much sugar in me. If I drink just a little bit here and there, I feel like I get enough energy to do stuff. I must have been on a lot of water. Sometimes coffee if I'm really staying up at night. But when I'm sleeping properly. Coca-Cola wins by a long shot? Really? Huh. I kind of like, out of Coca-Cola and Pepsi, I kind of like Pepsi. I mean, both of them are like sweet drinks, but it's just like, I don't know. If I had to choose like one drink that I just constantly have the aftertaste in my mouth, Coca-Cola, it has this so much like sweet cane sugar taste to it, I think. I don't know how to describe it, but it has always like that sweet taste, but eventually it starts making your mouth taste like your friend's house that has kids. You know, when your friends have kids, everything in the house is sticky, right? It's just kids being kids. Everything in the house is sticky though. So, we just need one more for Night King, right? Yo, boys, Alliance need one for Night King. But that's kind of how Coke feels. Like, it's like sending to your friend's house who has kids, everything is sticky, and that's how your mouth feels. But Pepsi, I mean, it's also a sweet drink, right? It's also kind of, you know, not healthy for you. Similar feeling. But it's just the aftertaste. I think I would prefer Pepsi, just on that alone. If you ask me, like, which one I drink, either one doesn't make a difference to me. If only you could choose one, I probably would go with Pepsi. Love me some Coca-Cola. Dude, Coca-Cola while you're grilling out some food with friends or whatever. Like Coca-Cola with like an old-fashioned homemade grilled burger. It's really good. Really good. Coke and rum is really good too. Leader of Team Coca-Cola for sure. Yeah, it would be Team of Pepsi. Team Pepsi would probably be Night King. You know, the frosty chill. There's a lot of their products that have like a blue color, so like the can. Do we get Mikey Wow in Chicago next, I guess? Or Night King? Remember when the commercial that got banned for making fun of a Coke kid vending machine buys Coke because he couldn't reach the button for Pepsi, comes with Coke and presses the Pepsi? Oh really? Was it really banned? I don't care if anyone was left. Night King was trying to swap out the Druid, but I don't know if he was able to get a 5-man in. Mikey's ready if we could get it himself soon. It seems about that time everyone quit. Yeah, I feel you. No, Mikey got a group. We could throw Mikey against Chicago. I'm just waiting for Nike to maybe get a 5th. Chill pills, let me know how many you got. And then we'll figure it out from there, because maybe we'll throw Mikey against Chicago and then Chicago against Night King. Root beer. Root beer is really good. Yeah, like I like root beer that isn't like branded, right? Like not like a brand like a Pepsi, but like a root beer you find like a mom and pop shop kind of deal, right? Some off-brand stuff, maybe in a glass bottle that has like the cap that you have to get the cap opener with. Not like the, you know, twisty, but like you actually have to like pop it off on the, right? The metal one. And those are the best, like straight up just root beer. Like, because that could be some of the best stuff out there. Some of the most refreshing stuff out there. You know, underrated, not everywhere in the store. It could just be really good. All right, Toxic's taking lead. Okay, so Toxic, we need to whisper me real quick in real ID. Thank you, Q. Ruby float, yeah. See Mark at some point? Yeah, we can get him in. We can get Chicago versus Mikey, and then try to see if we can get Chicago versus Night King after, if Night King gets a 5th. Talking about the 90s, talking about ancient history. Might as well be, honestly. Chicago has 5? Yeah, I gotcha. Waiting on Sif for Sif Warrior. Is he going on the Warrior? Let's go. Okay, so we're waiting for Dire Raven and we're waiting for Night King. As soon as we get him, we'll be good to go. O&W root beer is the best root beer. Changing my mind. I gotta try it. It's been a bit since I tried O&W. A&W. Think we're gonna Warrior a different count? Okay, gotcha. Duels for Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Dude, if you actually did get sponsored to do duels with actual big brands like that, I'd be okay with it. You'd be like, wow, you sold out. But it's like, dude, we got big brand. That's like the brand everybody knows in this little thing that I've been doing for a while. This is a dream, man, you know? That is the dream. We're good to go? Alrighty, let's get Chicago and Dire Raven in, which is the same group of the Hordy boys that just swapping on some dudes. And Chicago. Oh, Sif has lead? Okay, so Mike has lead then. Mikey, wow. And Chicago. And as soon as Night King has a 5-man, we'll get Chicago versus Night King. Did I mess it up? Mikey, wow. It's Mikey, right? Yeah, let's try Dire Raven maybe. 5. Okay, well, Dire Raven worked. Okay, quick Dire Raven Chicago, and then Night King will get you in. Just because I already said we'll get him in here, and then we'll get you guys in. Just because I said it. But it won't take long, trust. And Sea Dark play the Shatterface? Let's go, dude. Hey, Mikey, yeah. If only AW was sponsored by Blizzard, that'd be fantastic, dude. Alright, those mages, DK is talking about Coca Pepsi best I can, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Now root beer. Yeah, so Karan, we're gonna see some Sea Dark, but more like Sea Dark. You know what I mean? What is this? What is this? What is this? Tractors? It's Corey. I gotta see this after. I gotta see what that was after. It looked like this Russian yelling profanities while looking at a tractor. Switch. Got ourselves team with Fat Sack over on team 1. We got Cubics as a rogue over on that same team. We got Lolcraft flying in, as well as Toxic in the back and Zed Gonna be first up for Chicago, dropping down the big Korean burst. You get the massive mace ready to go, looking to clubber Chicago down. Chicago's gonna have to pop a wall here to start healing as Zed got himself all the damage rolling. Full avatar, quick fear on all the pets, the ghosts as well as the earth elemental. The pets are still, I think, providing Chicago all the different buffs as well as all the extra health from the earth elemental. Zed tried to go in for a big old shackleism malediction on Chicago. It didn't look like it did much. Chicago just popped in a ghostful form and tried to heal himself as much as it could. Zed just has this earth elemental to just keep attacking from around the corner. Only so much he can do about it. Stormbolt to Chicago, get him for a big old mortal strike to follow him. Just to build up a little bit of damage, maybe get a few extra procs, but Zed is kind of looking a little bit shabby on health. Got himself that Warbreaker rolling in together with Rallying Cry. He is sitting on borrowed health. I don't know if he has a Battle Master trigger to follow up as well. The Ghost Wolves are really tearing into him. Procs from the Shaman. I think Zed is going to be down to the count. Literally Chicago in the last second just walked away and led the Ghost Wolves, or Ghost Raptors rather, finish the job. Quick shackles and malediction. Chicago's just gonna outrange it. As Fat Sacks wanted to have some opener damage, dropping in a Zuet on top of Chicago. BDB bursts is up. Chicago just continued to go so far out of there. Just continued to move as much as it can. Stun totem down for Fat Sack as it's gonna be burst out of him. Trinkets almost getting interrupted on a Hex. Maybe could be big damage. Oh! Finish it out, Chicago. While trying to land a Hex off, Chicago had a wall coming up. I think a wall should have been used there. I don't know if maybe the wall was coming up at the last second as they were about to get the Hex off or what. It might have been. Fat Sack taking lots of damage though. It's attacking to Pepsi. Was that with Thorns? It looked like Pepsi took no damage at all there. Quick bites. That is going to be, oh my goodness. Fat Sack taken out by Pepsi. Toxic going to be up next versus his Guardian Druid. It is a feral, but in bear form, you might as well be Guardian. Let's be honest here. Shadow Blades up. Toxic going to have to build some calm points. Cheap shot into Kindle Shot versus Pepsi. Is going to have to bust through the Flesh Scout. Is able to get through it. Pepsi with a quick Shadow Meld re-stealth in order to be able to get an opener onto Toxic. Towards to drink it out of the Rogue. This is going to be Shackles Malediction. Quick bash by Pepsi. It is very yard. Toxic without a trinket anymore is going to pop an evasion. Pepsi popping in the bear form is going to get himself a swift mend off of the rejuve, trying to get himself as much healing as possible. I think a Frenzied Regeneration emergency heal was used there as well. Toxic able to separate away from Pepsi. Hits him with a blind flesh cut behind the pillar. Maybe catches a re-stealth. Does he get a reset? He does. So at least he gets any kind of bleeds are going right into the Fleshcraft shield. With Pepsi Fleshcraft full and Toxic not interrupting him. I don't really know if that was the play. Maybe should have hit him with a sap or something. Or maybe interrupt. An interrupt might have been maybe a little bit better. But Toxic's definitely gonna... Did you just slash kiss at him? Was that BM? That might have been a little bit of BM. Try to see if you can buzz through Pepsi's Flesh Scav. It looked like while in barrel from the Flesh Scav was kind of gone, but it is there. And Toxic has a shield on himself as well, but a maim on all these bleeds are going to puncture right through it. Toxic is limited though. The amount of damage going up for Pepsi is just huge. Maybe blowing him a kiss right before the Pharaoh just devours you might have not been the smartest move ever. Really rough. Maybe just try to be it was just like a little bit of BM, but like a friendly BM. Friendly BM. Lolcraft trying to get himself full Seraphim. Maybe big damage versus Pepsi. Hard to follow. Trinket out of the Feral Joe with a quick beam. Lolcraft trinket out of it. Looking to maybe drop down all the damage versus Pepsi. He needs just a little more damage. One more hammer to fly in. Pepsi with that wall. Barefoot for Friends in Region. Trying to heal as much as possible. Quick roar is going to be down back towards the platform. Maybe Lolcraft has enough damage. Hammer still flying in. Does he have enough? Slow into Pepsi. Can't power shift out of it. Hand of freedom for Lolcraft. Just needed a bit more. Pepsi recovered some way, somehow at the end of it all. Lolcraft continued to slam big hammers into him. Has a bubble, has a bop needed. And Pepsi could go for a cycle, and that's exactly what he's gonna do. Go for a full clone, wait out that full blessing of protection. Lolcraft might be able to use that time to potentially catch himself a heal. He has a lot of mana. Flash of lights are ready to go. Pepsi gonna get a skull bash. Does he have enough damage to force no bubble? Lolcraft going for the eye for an eye. Reduces the physical damage is taken by quite a bit. Maim by Pepsi. Does he have a bubble? Is there still forbearance on him? I don't know. He does get himself a massive Ward of Glory heal towards the end there. Very well done. He just believed in the light and was hoping for the big proc. Pepsi catching him in a cyclone. Full flesh got for this druid. should be able to survive this for a bit longer. Warcraft better be very, very careful when he uses the bubble. We decide to use it early. Hodge onto Pepsi, trying to drop down as much curing burst as he can. Looks like he's getting aggressive with it. Might even start worried about his health. He is super low. He's gonna commit for a Seraphim. Needs Word of Glories either way. Blind, trying to go for Flash of Light. The dots! Oh no! The dots! He wanted to get aggressive. He wanted to stay offensive. But he just couldn't. The bleeds. The bleeds just did all the work. The bleeds are rough to fight with. Honestly, Cubics getting opened up on, even though he caught a reset. Pepsi was quick on the draw. Makes you wonder what kind of a build Cubics is playing Vent here. Okay, so you might be able to make something work here. Vanish is out for the 100% crit combo. Is that what he did? Pepsi with a big frenzy region, Cubics with a blind. Cubics committed a Vanish. Interesting. Huh. Poor Rogue has 45k HP and the Druid has 80k flash capture to fight 2 of himself. True. True. Which is why I'm hoping that the flash cap change with 915 for PvP happens really early. Because they gotta nerf that the shield just a little. Just a little. Some of the double shield is just, that's so cheesy. Gonna be Cubics trying to get some damage into Pepsi though, but he's gonna have to back up out of the Pepsi. Wants to get on top of this Rogue, let the bleed sink in, got himself a restealth. Cubics, does he have any bleeds of his own? Potentially the Feral could find him. Is there bleeds? There are bleeds. Pepsi, if he's quick enough, he's not quick enough and goes for a Moonfire just to make sure the Rogue doesn't catch a restealth. Gets him with a bash though, forcing a trinket out of the Rogue. Pepsi with a bear form, thorns up and everything. And Cubics with a Moonfire, unless he Cloak of Shadows it, is not going to have an easy time shaking the Moonfire off. Pepsi wants to make sure he's standing somewhere near the Rogue. He thought maybe the Rogue would go one way, juke to another. But Cubics is continuing to dive into stealth. Is there any dots left at all? I think this man's is clean. Looks like he is clean. Pepsi out in the open with a bear form. Maybe we could Fleshcraft to force the Rogue out in the open. He's going to pick up the eye instead. Ursol's in case the Rogue is near the pillar. Does find it. He knows that Cubics is around. Should be able to see him pretty easily around the boxes. There's no way he doesn't know, right? There's no way he doesn't know. If he can somehow just auto attack him and move fine behind the pillar, then he would be in a good spot. Maybe pick up a second set of eye, just see where the Rogue is at. Maybe go for Flash Cuff super far out. Does he see the Rogue? Battlemaster's Trinket is used with a Flash Cuff. He's getting himself a big shield. Cubics wants to interrupt as best as he can. Does not get the intro, but that's going to be Shadow Strike opener. So Pepsi's committing with a big defensive play. Interesting. Which that part, the defensive play with the double healing trinket, all that stamina buffs, you'll still be able to play it. It's just you won't be able to play the offensive build while also benefiting from the defensive build. Is giving Shadow Step into everybody else just to make himself mobile? I think he is. I think he's literally Shadow Stepping around. Normally we're not okay with it, but this man's just having a hard time dealing with the Feral. Shadowblade's almost up. Oh, Ursol's walks back into it, trying to get yoinked out of AoE. Get a shot onto Pepsi with a full vent here. Shadowblade's not up, but it looks like he's just going to commit some damage. Maybe see if he can bust through a Flash Cuff shield by himself. Is able to bust through a shield. That is a bar skin on Pepsi though. An evasion up for Cubics really early. Better not give the Druid back, because then he's going to bash it. Blind onto Pepsi Cubics. His lead's going to be able to get himself a reset, maybe a sap to Pepsi. He really would prefer this Druid to be out of barrel form, but there's no way that's going to happen. But at least no more Fleshcraft. So at least he might have that to work with. Shadowblades is up for the Rogue. Maybe he can go for cheap shot trinket out of the bash. Skinny shot onto Pepsi. No more Barskin to follow up. Does Cubics have enough damage to bust through the bear hide? It might be able to shield really early for Pepsi. Leap it on Cubics. Caught himself a resell. Get the biggest bleeds up and running. No more evasion for the Rogue. Trying to avoid Pepsi, but just stay mobile. Vanish out. Is going to need to get himself a big opener. Pepsi catching up on all the healing. Literally team 2 is leaving because they're like, there's no way this Druid loses. There's actually no way. Rip Cold Blood. Yeah, Cold Blood I imagine would be amazing here with all the extra health that everybody gets. Battlemaster Trick and everything. Cold Blood would just burn right through it easily. But they removed it completely. Although they gave Rogue a pretty good toolkit for arenas like 2v2s and 3v3s. And like a 1v1 all-in burst, they did cripple him a little bit. That's true. That is very true. 29% dampener, 10-minute mark. Cubics is just gonna go for a full reset. Because he just needs himself like a, he just needs to make sure that Pepsi does not get himself full Battlemaster Trinket Fleshcraft. That's what he needs to avoid. That's as best he can. He got no evasion for a little bit, but he got CC. Everything but a blind. As long as he has dances, he'll be okay. At least he's got that. No trinket for Cubics though, so Pepsi could lock him down. Shadow Strike out of nowhere, bashed by Pepsi into a Cyclone on the Rogue. And Pepsi gonna go for a... Oh no, he's gonna get that Battle Master Trinket, Bear Form, Fleshcraft, everything. He's not gonna get stopped. Quick Moon fires onto Cubics. This is how Pepsi builds calm points while still not avoiding all his abilities. That's missing into that evasion. Quick main behind Cubics' back though, which is so perfect. Trinkets out of that blind. Gonna be finally burst out of Cubics with full Shadow Blades. Maybe no Shadow Blades at all. Just having to tackle damage into Pepsi, but the bleeds are set in. I think it's just over. It's quick skull bash and it's just done. My goodness. Pepsi with a 1v4? Did somebody leave maybe? I wouldn't be surprised if somebody did. Huh? 50k flash seems fair to me, man. Yeah, it's a little much. They're going to be nerfing it a little bit next patch, which is why 915 can't come soon enough. Like, that small change should have been just a hot fix. All right, let's get Night King. Let's get Chicago in here. Yeah? Night King, let me know if you're ready. Chicago, let me know if you're ready. Yo, sorry, Team Mikey. Sorry, boys. The game just threw you guys against the Feral Droid. That's a rough one, man. That's rough. At least they're making it so the Fleshcraft, like if you want to play defensive build, you can. It just won't be 40% of your health. It'll be 30%. And it will scale down, like before arenas open, if players want to, let's say, put up a full... Let's say they want to go for a full tanky build before arenas open, right? Which can really make arenas like 2v2s, 3v2s, and even those to some extent, a little bit of like, man, this druid is just living forever. Time right now, this man is just getting attacked and is just living forever. The clock keeps going. What they're doing is before the arena's door open, it will readjust their shield to their current 30% of health. So if let's say they're using a Battle Master Trinket, Bear Form, and the channel with Fleshcraft, and then the Battle Master Trinket falls off, and then they're not in Bear Form anymore, they're in like Cat Form or mounted up or whatever it is, the Fleshcraft shield will readjust. So most people will go for like a very stamina heavy build before the arena opens, drop a bunch of stamina buffs, channel a big shield, go into the normal DPS build, which doesn't have the same stamina options. And that's just, you know, the shield at least gets shrunk, at least it's only 30% of their health. And I think the shield should only be on their base health, and it should, honestly, they should take a step forward and have it ignore all the stamina buffs, like Bear Form should ignore it, at least in PvP. Rallying Cry should ignore it, Battle Master Trinket should ignore it, you should take the base health outside of like form, any cat form, any form, just whatever base health you have, and just use that. What do you think about Walker and 915? They are nerfed a little bit on the spinning crane kick, but I still think they're going to be pretty nuts. They might get a, like maybe there will be a last minute nerf for them in the future, but as of right now, I think they're still going to be pretty strong. If you're looking to play a strong class, they're still probably going to be pretty good. Okay, wait for this update, do nothing, and see what I can say in the stream. To do nothing, if see what I can say. I mean, potentially could do nothing, yeah? Because it is like a pretty big defensive. So there's no way to stop it when the gates open, so we'll just wait. But just on PTR exactly how it's going to work. Yeah, they are going to be able to go for a defensive play after the gates open, but then they're committed to a defensive play. They're losing out on Shackle, they're losing out on all these things. They're just going to be still invincible after Fleshcraft nerf. This instant regrowth and freeze. So they are nerfing their instant cast regrowth, the crit chance of it to be 100% if it's used on an ally. So they are nerfing like a lot of that hybrid healing, like the swarm healing is reduced for all 3 specs. The regrowth healing for Feral is reduced as well. The only thing druids are getting is a tranquility that gives them immunity for restoration. That's about it. You can't swap trinkets anyway already. Wait, like at the beginning, like can't you swap to a different set of trinkets in arena, pop all the buffs, and then go for a Fleshcraft? I thought you could swap gear before the door opened, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Play tanky base, but nothing changes. I guess you would just play base tanky, but I would imagine you would lose out on some damage because of shackles. Switch. But maybe I'm wrong on that. And hey, maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe they'll adjust. Yo, you know, there's still an opportunity to adjust it. You know, I think they've gotten a lot of feedback on it by now. If they haven't, who hasn't told them at this point? Gonna be CBZU's over on Team 1, Seavark on that team as well. Pasas, Pepsi, as well as Chicago. Oh, I like your workers outfit. What is this? Your engineer outfit. Gonna be iFox over for Team 2. opening up. Where's the CBZ? Is going to be Demons already rushing in with Lungs on that team together with Netshank. We got used guys as well as Chill. And CBZ is taking a bit of damage from iFox, who's trying to maintain full range. CBZ is not playing the instant cast Demon Doggers. Is going to play the Tired. Stun onto iFox. Drop it down, hand and go downs. Quick feint death for iFox is able to at least remove the line of sight as well as the targeting by those pets, but the pets are kind of devouring in the back there. They're actually just blasting them. Demon Doggers, the Felguards charging in. iFox taking a bit of a beating. Tyrant wasn't able to commit damage. That Demon Bolt is going to reconnect. iFox going for feint death. The pets are back up on him as soon as possible. Trying to go for Dread Stalkers, but it's going to be a freezing trap. Trick inside of it with a Mortical sent into the back of iFox, hitting him with a hand to go down as well as called Dread Stalkers. Demon Doggers are in. The Felguard is in. Demon Bolts are flying in. iFox with a feint death. CBZ just making sure to have good control of his pets, so his pets are at least still attacking the Hunter stun. Drink it out, and iFox having to go for a Turtle Shell. With CBZ has got himself a Obelisk, giving himself a pretty big haze buff. iFox lobbing in a couple of skill shots. CBZ might be in a bad spot. Dark Pack needs to be used right now. No! It was off cooldown, but iFox has continued with the Raptor Strikes, trying to take him out as soon as he saw the chance. If only the Dark Pack was used there. That was rough. That was rough. That was one of those like split-second decisions. Have to use it as soon as it's up. But iFox, I guess, caught him around, did a bit of damage over time, and survived a lot of the Demon Onslaught. Although CBZ was really good with those pets. A lot of Warlocks and even Hunters can sometimes forget about, hey, as soon as they go for feint death, pets will sometimes peel off of them immediately. Wait, Chicago? Are you saying hello to the use? It looked like you were walking up to get a bit of an honor duel with iFox, but I think he just kept walking towards Hughes. Oh no. Are they friends? Maybe they're star-crossed dwarven lovers, forced to play for two different teams. Maybe that's why there's the slash cry there. The sadness. The amount of stories you can make up with you guys doing some random stuff in these duels. It's hilarious. Quick Sunder by Chicago. Do they drop down a stun? No stun. Gonna be a stun by Alpha. Chicago going for a trinket. And it kind of just stopped in place for a second. I think it might have been maybe a Chimeric. Was it Chimeric that slowed him down? Done a bit of damage towards iFox though. iFox having to go for a bit of reset. The Earth Elemental chasing after him, manning bandages as Chicago trying to swing from the other side. If the Earth Elemental can break out of those roots, yeah, he's going to be able to reconnect. As long as he keeps the Hunter in combat, it would have been a great spot. iFox popping off a trinket, probably a Battle Master to give himself a little bit extra health to work with as he sees Chicago closing in the gap. Is that a Chimeric right here? It's hard to tell with Chimeric because sometimes it's just a random slow, and I don't know what causes a slow. Is it maybe the pet? Because I swear to God, there is a slow that he throws out, and I can't remember what it is. Kill shots flying. iFox just trying to throw literally everything but the kitchen sink adds Chicago as he's just showing the full complete retreat. Chicago looks like actually going to chill behind the pillar while the Chimeric is on him. Is going to remove the Chimeric to catch a couple of heals. As long as he can catch back up to iFox, get some slows with Frost Shocks, he'll be in a great position. Definitely just got him into the Earthbind totem, and there he does. The Earthbind does hit him, does connect. Definitely better be careful about the Freezing Trap, because Freezing Trap is going to be able to slow you down in your burst. As Chicago's finally getting some damage in, used to get up a melee and gets a procs in. Always be careful of that Freezing Trap. iFox turning the attention around onto Chicago, but looks like he breaks his own Freezing Trap. I don't know if he meant to, but he dropped down the Freezing Trap with a kill command right after. At least iFox is able to separate away to the other side of the pillar. Chicago is turning attention onto that pet. If they're able just to keep the attention on the pet, take it out, iFox will not have the pet as an extra utility, as an extra defensive. It is going to have to slowly but surely draw the pet back. Chicago got his own wolves, his own raptors rather. And if Chicago can just commit some damage in, stay on iFox long enough, you'll be in a great spot. Now it's going to be a Harpoon. Could have dropped down a totem, a grounding totem for the Freezing Trap, but decided not to, or maybe wasn't expecting it. Maybe was expecting for iFox to go in for some damage. It's hard to tell sometimes. Chimeric Poison on Chicago is going to be silenced as well. Some of his healing as well as damage reduced. Needs to keep charging, and iFox need to deny the Hunter the healing as best as it can. Dropping down the static totem, but that thing is not going to do work. Did Chicago just burn through a chain harvest? That might have been a chain harvest. It looked like it came from iFox, but the animation was more of a chain harvest. Chicago knows there's traps around the corner, has to take the run through them, has to take the beating from these traps. And iFox definitely is planning for another freezing trap. No grounding totem for that one. Went for a storm strike instead. Did a bit of damage. Is getting procs whenever he's in melee. It's just iFox is denying him any kind of melee whatsoever. Definitely makes it pretty difficult to deal with. Chicago trying to get himself a port. Actually denies himself the port instead as iFox moved over. iFox with that haze bulb, by the way, if you can get the big haze bulb that he has right now with Euphoria together with the flate shot and get a bunch of procs, it is huge. A bunch of kill shots back to back. Has a freezing trap waiting for Chicago. Just planted it, knowing where Chicago is gonna go. Basically preparing for it. Chicago at least can get some maelstrom, at least can get some healing. Playing out with the Earth Shield or Lightning Shield. Oh, he is Earth Shield actually, but she's swapping out between Lightning Shield and Earth Shield. With Lightning Shield, when you get attacked, you do build up maelstrom as an enhanced shaman, so he does give you some healing. But he is playing out 2 shields, which is very, very interesting. It is gonna allow him, like in melee, pop an Earth Shield, get himself a bit of heals while he can't counter target. Lightning Shield, get maelstrom so he can heal himself later. Trinketing out of that grounding, out of the freezing trap. No ground totem for that one. Chicago trying to see if he might be able to get some damage in. All he can do though, as soon as iFox got the mobility and escapes, turn the attention onto the pet, maybe keep the pet's health low. iFox dropping down all the traps. He's definitely gonna prep another freezing trap soon. Chicago just needs to finally find a way to connect with this guy, if you can whatsoever. Stun, iFox with some cooldowns, dropping down the Eagles, actually getting up in melee, walking by Chicago, gonna be that Ascendance, got that range. iFox better pop a defensive here. Witch Strikes could be huge. It's gonna go for a big Battle Master Trinket, not going for a freezing trap. Looks like Chicago dropped down a grounding totem literally really late, but looks like iFox wasn't trying to drop down a freezing totem that was there. We're just trying to kind of swing around towards the other side of the pillar, with Chicago catching the camo. Not a lot help to work with. And Chicago cannot quite find him. It looks like iFox is out of stealth, but he is in camo. It's just during Euphoria. It's hard to see. Chicago does not look to the left. He looks to the right, but not to the left, and misses iFox. Oh no. Wait, maybe he figured out where he's at. He sees the pet, he sees the hunter. The traps are laying bare for him to see, but that eye isn't going to last long, and iFox caught up on a massive amount of health. On a perfect amount of health here. So you should be okay for a bit. Dropping down. Full burst, Chicago on the mount, just trying to stay on top of iFox as best as he can. Gonna be the feign death, but the static totem's keeping him in place. Stunned by iFox. Chicago without a trinket. Wait, does he turn around? Those Raptor Strikes are doing quite a bit of damage. Chicago might have to switch out to a different shield, but the freezing trap is gonna stop him in place. And iFox again with plenty of that range damage, harpooning in aggressively. No freezing trap this time around, but dropping down the steel trap. Again, just keeping the CC with Chicago as best as he can. Chicago landing enough distance to land a hex onto iFox, trying to drop down a stun totem, didn't quite do it. I also love when they get hex in raptor form, they still have their weapons. So the raptor's running around with that, like a tiny version of that staff. Harpoon by iFox, dropping down the freezing trap. He's just gonna end up kiting it out for as much as it can. Dampening is quite high actually, at 23%. And iFox so far has been going in for some damage here and there, but not really ever committing for like a one shot, for like the finisher burst. Got himself some range with the Eagles. Chicago with a lot of mobility. If you can somehow catch up to iFox, maybe get a Sunder stun or something, anything. Static Totem can also keep him in place as well. But as soon as they get close, that's going to be a slow into Chicago. iFox is going to see the port for Chicago. You hit him with more slows over and over. Static Totem probably just take it out, otherwise he has nowhere to go. Freezing Trap eaten by the Earth Elemental. Big Chain Harvest got the kill shots back for Chicago. There's going to be a little bit of cooldowns with iFox, as he got a Battle Master Trinket as well. Stun Chicago, Trinkets out immediately. Better be careful. No freezing trap for a bit. This is where Chicago can maybe make some work here. Slow onto iFox. Try and drop a stun totem on him. Gonna be a stun totem taken down by iFox fairly quickly. But the Sunder does connect. iFox is so low on health, so is Chicago. Flake Shot is back up. Chicago could be in a bad spot with those kill shots. You better be very, very careful with the freezing trap, but there it goes. If only he just pre-dropped the grounding totem. iFox tried to go for a many bandage, but looks like Kama is going to be a choice instead. If Chicago could just randomly slow him down, randomly hit him with a slow. Man, he's going in the right direction. He was going in the right position, but he just doesn't know where he's at. The Hunter's elusive. Again, full HP? Yeah. Yeah, the Hunter, if they can kite it out long enough, they can gain full HP. It is really pretty difficult to deal with. Chicago, I mean, all they can really do is try to pre-grounding some of these totems. And it's really sometimes a guessing game of, did he drop a totem here or not? Because sometimes there's a totem just sitting there for you as you round the bend. You're like, maybe it's not there, maybe it's there. But if you pre-grounding and there's no totem or no trap, well, you're kind of just stuck. Looks like iFox is also stuck in the static totem. Gets the stone in Chicago, but at least iFox isn't going anywhere. Trying to go for Door of Shadows. Getting interrupted. Full ascendance out for Chicago. That freezing trap comes down right at the last second, though. Oh, no. That is on cooldowns as well. And iFox is going to have to go for a bit of a heal himself. Up in Chicago, kind of difficult. Somebody left. I think it was CB Zeus, maybe? Potentially. Chicago with the Chimeric Poison, trying to see if he might be able to swing behind the pillar. iFox actually closes the gap, puts himself out in the open for a chain harvest. Gonna be Chicago trying to drop a Door of Shadows. Needs to get the Ghost Road attack at iFox if possible. It looks like the Ghost Roses were kind of on the pet the whole time. Maybe the pet taunted. And another camo. Man. Is iFox literally just... This has got how many camos so far, boys? Can somebody count? I think it's the third or fourth at this point. Jesus. Dude, this is going to be such high dampener game. Oh my god. Oh no. Can't Chicago catch up at all? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Is Chicago playing a build with Ghost World build? Or is it playing maybe the Doom Winds build? I don't even know, honestly. I wish I knew. iFox got that range stun. Chicago trinkets out of it immediately, and iFox has a freeze trap waiting to go. Oh my goodness. He just resets completely. Also, the cooldown of camo is like, what, a minute? Chicago getting hit with a Chimeric, couldn't even go anywhere. Silence true. iFox closes the gap. Sunder. Did Chicago have a frost? Have a stun maybe? Is going to use a frost shock onto iFox. Hits him in the slow, but Chicago is the one playing defensive now. Maybe this is why iFox is the one that commits to go behind the pillar or around the pillar. He's getting himself manic bandage. Chicago knows he wants to stop it as best as he can. Freeze and trap. At least he gets a flame shock, but the feigned death is going to remove it. Maybe Chicago still can somehow bring it in, boys. Maybe they still can. Chain Harvest gets himself a little bit of healing. 47% dampening is making it harder. Just try to heal it right in front of iFox, but needs the Maelstrom in order to be able to get the most value out of that heal. So he's going to need to get a melee, or at least start attacking the pet. Freeze and trap just kind of... Again, you don't even ever know. You don't know if he's going to be dropping the freezing trap. I think you're just at this point just going to randomly start dropping down grounding totem. I think it's literally how you have to play it. Wait, stun in Chicago? After all that? Oh no, iFox! Oh my goodness. After all that kiting, all that running, iFox literally whittled down Chicago of every single cooldown until they had nothing left. And Seavark is going to have to find the Hunter. Wow, the Hunter's health is kind of low. Freezing trap, literally waiting right there for him. Definitely freezing trap. It's gonna hit him with a barrage. Try to hit him with a Nova, but didn't quite get it. It's gonna be able to focus on the pet instead. Man, iFox had to play this game really careful. But it did slow down the whole duel quite a bit. Poly around the corner does actually land it. As long as iFox doesn't remove, that's going to be all the burst onto the pet instead. Seaver trying to go for a Catasphere. I think not on the Hunter, but rather on the pet. Maybe he hits and does hit the pet. Big barrage onto the pet, literally putting in all the pressure into the Hunter pet. Now a little bit into the Hunter himself. Maybe this way Seaver can avenge his friend Chicago. Stunned by iFox. Is going to trick it out of it. iFox is out in the open. Seaver could maybe go for some damage. Got himself big missiles to follow as Chimeric Poison drops in. That's going to be ultimate time for Seaver. Can get a lot of health back if needed. That's going to be that big ultimate time warding away from the harpoon. iFox at no health whatsoever. Trying to go for plate shot. Seaver with a barrage. Manic bandages up. Seaver at no health whatsoever. Triple shield. Try to keep him rolling, but a 58% dampener. Not going to help him out that much. iFox at no health whatsoever. Barrage from a mile away. Just needs one more barrage. Needs one more ability. Anything. Literally anything. Quick camo. Does he AoE the pet out? He's going to ice block just to catch up on heal. Literally have to ice block just to catch up on healing. This is going to be mending bandage for iFox. You work with the food. iFox with a freezing trap. This is catching up on all the heals. Man, 61% dampener with 100 just going up on a Kaba. Is it a joke? Our healing Hunter is so disgusting. The amount of healing they have is not high, but if you keep them out in stealth, if you keep them in camo for too long, the amount of healing they can get just from weight and just from AFK is quite a bit. Seaver having to bow out of there. That shield just getting just blaze through so fast. The triple barrier doesn't hold a candle to any damage anymore. iFox get hit with a bit of a knockback as Shiva just trying to avoid him as best as possible. Gonna use Mirrors of Torment onto the pet. Maybe get himself some missiles procs out of it, if anything. But definitely needs a triple shield, dude. These shields are just getting bitten through so fast. It's actually not even funny. Maybe poly onto iFox. Kill shot, the pet is gonna kill you. Maybe the dots are gonna do. Oh my goodness. We are at such high dampening where iFox, as long as he just puts the pet and the dots in the enemy team, he just lives. He just lives and they don't. They just kite him around. Full bleeds on iFox, did feign death. Has a manic bandage as well to remove the bleeds. So I know this is gonna work out versus Pepsi. Has a Hunter's Mark of Pepsi. Landing a camo. Ursos, as long as it stays in Ursos, he'll actually be okay. Is gonna drop down some grenades as Pepsi picks up the eye. This is where the druid needs to finish it. Needs to end it as soon as possible. iFox with them big eagles. With the freezer trap as the kitty closes the gap. Man, it's a DPS mate. Does that have sense? Yeah, I kinda agree. I feel like Survival Hunter was a class that was more survivable than the other hunters. And I feel like having some sort of some healing from time to time is not bad, but maybe the cooldown needs to be adjusted in the future. Pepsi trying to get the bleeds in. iFox finally goes down after such a long game. Man, I think if anything, then maybe you might need to make hunters a little bit more tankier. But if they can reduce some of the healing they do, I think it'll be okay. Giving them a little bit tankiness so they have some survivability, so they'll just die within a bit of burst, I think it's fine. Because right now they're just such a glass cannon build where they have like these immunities with feign death and all that. It's just such a weird build. Pepsi trying to go for a skull bash, Lungs trying to go for big convoke, Pepsi under a ton of pressure. I don't know if this druid at this high dampening of this long of a game, just in terms of survivability, I don't think he's going to be able to make it. He got himself the swarm, this healing over time, all that. Stun into Lungs, maybe Pepsi can just put some bleeds and let Lungs bleed out. Lungs got himself regrowths as well as a Barks and trying to reduce the damage of those dots. Catching Pepsi fast enough. If you can go for another Convoke, if he's playing that minute Convoke, he'll be in a great spot. Got himself a big Feral Frenzy, big bite to follow, maim onto Lungs. Pepsi looking for the reset. Lungs is bleeding out. Frenzied Region is getting used, but it's not going to give him that much healing. Pepsi, whatever dots is left on him, is also going to suffer. Pepsi trying to avoid the damage as best he can, letting the HODs do work, letting that rest affinity. Try to keep him afloat as best as he can. He might be able to finish off Lungs, but that's probably going to be the only guy he can really do much about. But looks like Lungs maybe got a big bite. Pepsi has nothing left. Small shield from the Necrolord. Moonfire at least check out the other guy, but it's gonna die. Oh my god. Lungs. So close. Actually so close. It is ridiculous how close that was. Ridiculous how close that was. Man, that's a long duel. Only reason this game went on this long is because of Shaman healing. That's true, yeah. That is true. I feel like... I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Hunters do heal for quite a bit. But you're right, yeah. Chicago does have a lot of healing behind them. And as a Shamans, he can heal for quite a bit. They have some survivability. Invite to May Warrior deck on another account. Open AFK, eat chips and salsa. Oh, I'm sorry, Clokey. I'm sorry. You're good, my guy. Yeah, if you're in the duel, in the arena, you might have to like shuffle around here and there to make sure it doesn't remove you from the game. It happens though. I'm sorry about that. Champ did 1 million healing, 30k healing surges, 30k chain harvest. That's actually kind of nuts. Yeah, it is quite a lot. We should try to get the staff and use melee. Maybe. Yeah, if maybe like I don't know, it feels like there's a lot of classes in the game that are very aggro, right? Very aggressive in terms of the gameplay. And then you have classes like Survival Hunter, which has like a lot of like the slower game. You can try to get aggressive with Survival Hunter, but it's like you get punished for it. Because if you're up in melee, getting blasted, you want to go for a longer, slower game. 5 with new player, do we do another or do we call it here, boys? Do we go another? Do we go again? Because I don't think Chicago and Night King played each other. Actually, no, they just did. Do we go Chicago and Night King again? Mikey maybe? Toss Mikey against Night King? One more? I think I do want to do one more since we got boys in here over on the NA side. But who do we send? Because Micah says, still got 5, send invite to my warrior, I'm in LFG. Still got 5, send invite to my warrior, I'm in LFG. Wait, you want me to add your reality on your warrior? Mikey? Let me know. I'm all done GG's? Okay. because I kind of do want to get some food myself. You know what? Let's call it here, because I am really hungry. I am getting to the point where my tummy is starting to hurt a bit. I didn't have the biggest lunch ever, so let's do that. Just so I can get some food, chill on the couch, get some work done, all that stuff. Have a good day off Sunday, you know what I mean? This is way more readable and enjoyable to me than AWC. Do you ever determine bracket in teams of 5? Justin, this is just what I've done for fun. We've been doing this for a couple of years now, I think. Has really been a couple of years. I guess it's been a couple expansions, so yeah, years. We don't really ever do this competitive or like super official, Justin. I've just done this because this is fun with me and my homies. You know what I mean? Doing the duels, just commentating on it. I never really thought about like, because I'm not like a huge organizational kind of person. I'm one of the creative types, so I don't like look at the big picture of the overall picture. I like to focus in the moment. So because of that, I don't really, never really got around to making like an official thing. But if somebody wanted to help me make this some kind of official thing, help cross promote it, I totally would be down for it. You know what I mean? Super fun to watch. Thanks for the content, homie. Hey, thanks for popping in, Justin. Appreciate it. Yeah. Look at that. There's someone, yo, Seawark, Night King, Chicago, Mikey, boys, Port Alliance. Thank you for joining Duels again next week for Saturday. Hoping to see you guys there. This was a lot of fun, man. Team NA, dude. We got to get more duels over in NA. And hopefully we'll get a 9.15 update very soon, so we have probably more variety for like people swapping covenants. Except for Night King. Night King is going to be stuck as an Echo forever. Imagine trying to play AD Covenant as a Death Knight in PvP besides an Echo Lord. No, seriously, I think it was Night King that brought up that you only have one good choice. And when you think about it, like, as much as I like the other Covenant choice for Death Knights, yeah, in PvP, everybody's going to walk out of Death and Decay. It's just not going to get any value. Maybe like some soul binds, but not the ability. It is so cheesy. It is so cheesy. They just adjusted it slightly so it could be workable in PvP. Instead of making a Death and Decay thing, there's just an aura around the Death Knight that moves with them. That could work. Hey, it's an aura, you stack up a strength buff, at least it works. Stuff like that, you know what I mean? Yo, boys, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Super fun hanging with all of you. You guys are wonderful. Super fun to watch. Sunday, tomorrow, day off. No stream. Monday, coming back. Finishing up some alts before the week is reset so we can have ourselves a fat loot chest. And we're working some alts in my free time. I'm not allowed to play the Covenant is also bad. Yeah. Yeah, they're just not usable. You're not useful. You know? Like, Ventir, I think it'd be kind of cool if maybe in PvP it gave you like a ton of dodge or something. Then I think at least it would be like a defensive, sorta. I think if they adjusted how the abilities work in PvP, like the shackle should be not a dot that spreads, but maybe a dot that extends in duration as you put finishers into it. Just for PvP. Like, keep it as is for PvE, but do something different for PvP. Because if it's like a perma dot, as long as you keep spending runes into it, that's cool. That could work. You know, you put pressure into somebody, you could train them down. If not, Desert could just be like a Death and Decay aura around you instead. Like, transforms Death and Decay into just an aura, and then just moves with you. That's a different thing, because then talents could work with it, you know? That by itself could be really good. I want to play Vent. Because look, what if Vent gave you like 80% dodge from like physical attacks and spells? And it's not as much as offensive, but rather a big defensive. That could be insane. You know, just something interesting. Because all you would is you wouldn't change Ventir. You would just turn up the number of like the dodge, higher percent, and then just add like an extra thing that it dodges. Because imagine being able to dodge spells and physical attacks. You become the Swarm. And you're just like immaterial. That'd be cool as hell. And you wouldn't change the ability. You would just turn up the numbers. It would be certainly a lot pickle 4-in-1. Yeah! It'd be really cool. It'd be all really, really cool. And then you have the port with the Ventir. You'd have a big Draven thing with the ports and shields. You could have the Nigel with a stack and crit buff or a Versa buff with a haste too. Like, it could all be really good. It could all be actually pretty good overall. And you could have a Versa buff with Theotar. Or it needs to still be meta, but only want to be quite nice for monks and druids. Yeah, I mean, anything to like make it better, right? Just find a way to like not change the ability how it works, but like turn up the numbers. Like twist those nipples. Turn up the knobs. Make it a death rod like a debuff, like necrotic strike would be funny. Ooh, that actually would be cool. Yeah, what if it was a debuff from your obliterates? What if it was just a debuff from obliterates, and while Death and Decay is up, it can cleave? That'd be cool as hell. That'd be cool as hell. You know? Maybe make it that it's a buff you activate, right? It's a separate ability you activate, and then your next obliterates will put a debuff on the enemy giving you strength buffs. It would actually be worth something. It'd be cool as hell. And in PvP, they could make it so that it has a bigger damage reduction element, so you can use it defensively. Just turn up the knobs. But they wouldn't need to adjust the ability, so it's actually... Because everybody's going to walk out of your Death and Decay. Everybody. I don't know. I'm going to try Master Sub-Rogue and Blood DK. I think that could be really cool. Like a Mastery build, you mean? Or just Master those two specs? I wonder if Blood DK could do PvP. Yo, if Wolf Assassin, if you show me that Blood DK can actually do some burst PvP, I'm down to have it in duels. I've been suggesting an execute for Frost DK as a needed change. A lot of Frost DKs is going to get on board. Oh, an execute. I think that'd be cool because Death Knights don't have an execute. Yeah, if they just adjusted some of these common abilities and added them an execute, like Death's Due instead of Death and Decay just became an execute ability, that'd be cool. You know, wouldn't really work for old boss fights, like Sylvanas has no execute, but that'd be cool. I mean, except for ads. Kind of like a Stance for Warrior, same thing. Yeah, like there's you gotta adjust it, right? Because it doesn't work in PvP at all. So I wonder if they can adjust it so it still is a viable thing in PvE. It doesn't change the PvE meta too much, but it's just a lot more usable in PvP, right? Because if you adjust the playstyle, the gameplay for it, but not really the damage and the effect for PvE, then it stays the same. Nobody has to swap covenants. But making it so it's not completely garbage, yeah. Frost doesn't have Soul Reaper, it's not garbage. Yeah, but I'm wondering if it's to make it better, it would be good too. Nobody uses it because it's so garbage, but it's an execute. No, that ability does do a lot of damn though. I will tell you that. But I guess it depends on, like, for Unholy it works really, really well. The Soul Reaper. It's a big execute ability. It does a lot of damage. So you keep it somebody low. Yeah, keep it. I mean, as a Frost DK, when you just got Remorseless Winter and you're obliterating people and keeping their health low, then the execute happens. I think it'll be like really masterful to like keep their health low and then Soul Reaper does stuff. It'll be interesting. It'd be very, very interesting. It'd be kind of like the biggest haymaker, but if you get it off, it's a big payoff. I think it'd be fair because they can see it. They know it's coming. Do something about it. Put your health above a certain point. But if you can't, and if you aren't able to pull the DK off, if they can just continue on trucking, like it'll be like something you see from a mile away, but if you can't counter it, it pops off. 13k? Yeah, it can hit for quite a bit. But I think it would be fair because, like, you see it. You know, it's like seeing a Warlock setting up a big Chaos Bolt. If you just let this thing fly, he's gonna do a lot of damage. You know? It's not garbage, it's unusable in PvP. Yeah, that's true. First you get 0 chance to live. That's true. And because of the difference between a large amount of pets and rapid reload strikes are very significant. I agree with that too. Yeah, they could do just some very slight adjustments, and I think it would be just put effort into that one class, because Death Knight with their Covenants doesn't have a lot of options. I think they would definitely need a bit of effort. Like, all you need to do is come up with different ideas and start like rapidly testing them on PTR. And that's it. We're just rapidly testing them and adjusting them slightly. Giving players a reason to queue skirmishes and try that stuff out, to see how the damage is, to see how it is in gameplay. Maybe do like some kind of like a big PvE event forcing players to do dungeons in PTR, or giving them a lot of stuff to do in dungeons. I mean, Mage Star would be a perfect opportunity for players to try it out and test it within a reliable PvE scenario. But also do like some kind of a big PvP event where players could just queue in PTR, grab all the PvP gear, and just queue. Just do skirmishes. 2 skirmishes, 3 skirmishes, whatever. But just have like PvP vendors so you can just buy the stuff you need. You know, we'll wait to like get players to do it. I think it'd be cool. Be a lit Blood DK PvP DPS in my opinion. If they can make, I mean, if you can somehow get some kind of damage burst out of it, I'm down to have it duels. You know, the 5 DK playing on Holy above 2.5 world, I'm playing it. Well, yeah, they're not playing it, but also a better choice for them would be consistent damage rather than execute. But also on Holy Death Knight isn't really super meta either. But for a Frost setup, for Frost damage profile, that ability, I do agree with Shippos. I do think it could work out pretty well. Talking about high MR3s now. Yeah. But I do think it will actually work out for Frost DK profile pretty well. Like having a big execute on top of that. Oh, 1-in-1s? Yeah, and 1-in-1s I guess would also be pretty good too. But even like 3v3 it'd be something counterable, but at least like something. Plus, Frost DKs have a couple of talents that don't get played in PvE or PvP. So they actually have some dead slots where it could be replaced with that ability. And like you'll be fine. You actually have some choices. Personally. Kite and it's over, Frost DK will be on the other game. Yeah. When the ability is slow more. Sure. But at least it would be yeah, Yeah, at least it'll be something you could maybe set up, something you could line up. There's multiple ways of going about it. I think it's an exciting conversation that needs to be talked even with. I think devs need to be also included on it, honestly. In terms of like some of the ideas that players have to make summons better, classes better, like little things. Because I feel like Frost DK has enough gaps in between his toolkit, but there's a lot of things to fill in. So that'd be a class you wouldn't need to change anything about gameplay, you just add on to it, and it just would make it more whole. Gonna get into duels yourself today? I can some other time, Vegetables. I gotta end the stream here, get myself some grub, go chill, literally take the time to chill. I want to get some videos done so me and Krent can have some fun playing some Baldur's Gate. They've got an update for that game. It looks awesome. I think the execute should be called Frostbite. Hey, they could literally call the Frost Balls for all I care, as long as they add some kind of like nice extra toolkits. Because again, there's some talents and abilities which just feels like there's gaps, you know? If it's like half of the bar is just like normally in my classes when I use my abilities on the bar bottom here, the bars are pretty full. But as soon as it's a Frost Death Knight, there's gaps. It's like gaps in your teeth. And I feel like, man, I really wanted more teeth in my gums. I want more abilities on my bars, you know? If anything's so feel free to come duel, show it real fast. Yeah. Alrighty, boys. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have a wonderful evening. Again, day off tomorrow. Monday coming back with the regular. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all of you. You guys have a good one. Peace.